We recorded now.
Okay, I'm going. I push the audio button. Hello, welcome back to the SPRAWL.
Surprise.
Insert Cyberpunk 2077 meme here. Hi, I'm Omega.
Booyaka, booyaka.
With me are these guys, the Chuckle Fucks TM, as I think I used in a previous episode description. With a
That makes
TM
sense.
symbol. I had to dig that up on the internet. But if you want to know more, we have many hours you can roll back to. But this episode is still brought to you by our lovely patrons, which includes Adam Howard, Architect, Dan Black, G, Carlos, Dragon, Ferris, Jerry Vasquez, Joseph A, Jonathan Sandoval, Legendary Boston, Liam Kessler, Raptor, Rise, Kenji, Rogue Robin, Sharvor, Empire, Some Guy Bobby, 23, and the Crow. I did a split second there where I was deciding whether or not I would speed up or slow down, and I did not. So, we are here.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. Yes, you're back in the sprawl after a while. We have a fun little job brewed up for all of you today. Does anybody remember any major between the scenes stuff they want to manage?
I want to say no on my end.
Yeah, anybody got some, like, they got paid last time and didn't immediately spend it on some stuff that they want to buy or any other things like that? As discussed, because of the horrific downtime we have between sessions, I believe everybody should reset their harm clocks if they've got any.
Cool.
You can afford and go to regular medical care, like a regular person. Other than that, I think the only thing that we do need to do right away is let's see. Hold on, I'm reading the description on hustling. You have people between missions, and obviously we didn't roll this at the end of last session. Choose a number of jobs equal to or less than your current crew.
Yep.
Figure out what each job is, and then roll edge.
Yeah.
So-
I have 3 jobs available and 2 crew.
Okay.
So I will send my people out to do. I have a little PDF here.
Yep.
Not a PDF. I will do technical work.
Okay.
And what is the other one? I got a new one. I remember that I wanted to try out. Sorry, there's a lot of.
No, it's fine. This is why I was pre-prepped.
Right. Brokering deals.
Yeah.
Is the other one.
All right. So, roll edge.
Do I roll them separately? I can't.
No, you roll edge once. You describe what each job is, and,
Okay.
and
So yeah, basically, the surveillance is I have people working basically through. Oh no, it wasn't. It wasn't. It's technical work. It was the cyber limbs, the discount cyber limbs job. Basically, I'm pimping out more discount work through Sideways, and then I have for brokering deals, basically using my people as intermediaries between corpo discussions, I think is what I wanted to do with that.
All right. Well, roll edge, which you should hopefully be good at, and we pray.
I mean, I wouldn't say good, but I wouldn't say bad. Ooh, I think that's a good result.
What is it?
Well, could be worse. I got a 9.
Okay. One of them is a
one.
disaster, and you profit from the rest. So you only have 2. So you pick one to profit and one to disaster.
Let's go brokering deals disaster.
Okay. A deal that you arranged goes wrong. Yes. But technical work is a success, so you start the mission with a point of gear.
Yep.
Yay.
Because your techs have some leftover crap from the things they've been working on.
I know exactly what I want to use that on.
This, I think, makes the prompt for how we got here very easy. So,
Oh boy.
now
boy.
that you are properly a
settle out of
fixer
court.
and you are established as a fixer, quote unquote, Metatron.
I'm working on it.
You know,
I made progress. I went from everything being a disaster to only one thing being a disaster.
Yeah.
Just get more points in edge.
There are probably rumors on the street that like you were behind the ranch job, like you were at the heart of that operation. Even though that was really kind of, you know, all of you coming together and trying to figure that shit out. But you know, you spun a little extra weight yourself, so there's a little bit of trust on the streets. But obviously, some stuff goes up. You try to broker some deals. Some parties are not happy, and they let you know that they are not happy by basically saying, "Okay, you will do a job for us. You the fixer will find us specialists we need to do a job. We are not asking. And if you refuse, you will have displeased the House of Mouse."
Oh boy.
So
Our copyright ninjas.
So yeah, DWG has approached you, Metatron, and basically been like, "Okay, we did not like how our previous business arrangement went. Here's how you're going to make it up to us. You need to be this place at this time with people who can handle an investigatory job of a social and possibly public nature. Unfortunately, you are new at being a fixer, so you really only know these.
Unfortunately, all of the people I know do not fit that description very well. And I just pinched
some of them are investigatory, some of them are subtle.
Yeah, no, investigatory.
Listen, I'm very investigatory. I'm just not very subtle.
No. I imagine Metatron was like of an investigatory. Metatron's face like perks up, and social. Metatron immediately face falls. Nature.
I should maybe get a point of stuff. No, I want
half of that.
We'll worry about that later.
Oh boy, I will hire the best people I know.
People that aren't also directly on your payroll already.
So, you know, you call up the crew.
Oh, don't worry. Both of the actual crew I have are antisocial weirdos as well.
I also, Marth, don't worry about that. You can erase that harm marks. You're able to go to hospital.
All right.
That is a good way to put it, Lucky. Yes, these four people who are assembling with you,
yes,
Wolf,
they're the best
Claymore,
people I know.
Are the quote unquote worst people you know.
They're the best people I know and the worst people I know.
Yeah. At the very least, I mean, you've never counted up some of your siblings' literal body counts, but you're pretty sure Claymore's got to be up there. Like,
yeah, no, I think
the number of men he de-alived last time was impressive.
It was enough to make a montage.
It was at least double digits. I don't know if we got to 3.
I'm fairly sure he is the second most murdery person I know.
But yeah, so
I'm fairly sure.
In downtown,
you're
downtown
a veteran,
Bay
right?
City.
Yes.
Okay, then it's probably very close then.
In downtown Bay City, you were given an address in a public park.
Okie dokie.
So, we can
I assume
go
they're going through me as Metatron, not me as.
Yeah. No, that's still Metatron is still your cover as a fixer.
Yeah.
You know, you have to remain ambiguity. You know, so cutouts and all that stuff.
Keep the mask on.
So,
I'll send everyone a message being like, "Hey guys, I got a lead on a job."
Do you let them know about any of the extra details you're aware of, or are you just gonna save that for later?
No. I'll let them know on everything except that I'm being strong-armed into it.
Okay. So you
Basically,
have a
I'll tell them
very reasonable assumption.
House of Mouse.
Yeah. Or I assume it is from House of...
Yeah.
Look, they were wearing Mickey Mouse t-shirts.
It's a DWG job, yeah. Because we haven't worked with them yet.
There was a mouse insignia on the shotgun that was in my face.
No, they got like Yakuza pin, except it's just the fucking Mickey Mouse hat.
Yeah.
I'm imagining...
I think we're going to go with for sure.
They're all like business suit execs, but their tie clips, the like at the very top of their necktie is just a mouse.
Or the Warner sim, or the Warner gate.
Yeah. I'll tell them. I don't know about catering. but it'll be at the park, so a public place. I will. Oh boy.
Hmm. Hmm.
This is gonna go well.
All right. So you all assemble. You could tell me if it's an ambush.
It's not. As far as I know,
I
it's
have to
not
roll
an
for that
ambush.
first.
Metatron just puts the pick back up Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
I don't think we've done anything to piss off Warner Disney that much.
Directly. I don't think we've done anything directly.
I believe their corporate clock is pretty low. Let me double check.
I think
Yeah,
we're
they're at the
literally
base
at
right now.
lowest.
You have done anything to piss them off yet?
And mostly probably just, I mean, eh.
Oh my god, I will be putting my crew on Overwatch.
Okay. Yeah, because you have a gang.
They don't have a lot of big guns and stuff, but I can make them stand around and look for anything out of place.
Yep. So
I'll
there
put
are...
Lydia-
and this is actually the Blades crew, right?
Yes.
Like,
They are
guy-
plus
yeah.
discipline and plus loyal.
yeah. So there are a number of hardened, ex-Suzaku badasses just loitering in the park this morning.
Yeah, I will also put Lydia and BG on standby.
Okay. You've got a
Although
lot
Lydia
of
won't really do anything.
tall trench coats, aviator sunglasses.
She is a driver more than anything, so.
You have lots of guys in bomber jackets for no reason.
Man, the park
Other than
is
the
very
fun.
popular today.
So basically, on a little inlet by the duck pond, there is a person stand there, kind of long blonde hair, bright pink suit, smoking cigarette out of a cigarette holder, and basically, once you're all assembled there. Giant wraparound mirrored sunglasses, which are obviously AR'd. Just. All right, nice to meet you. I'm Princess.
Okay. Metatron.
Mhm.
I'll let Odin do the talking because I think he does this thing. Right? This is your job thing.
Something relating what he does, yes.
Yeah.
He strong-arms the person with words.
Yeah.
Like that hits me like a truck, but. Odin?
Claymore feeds ducks.
I am feeding ducks.
You want to enjoy the park a little bit? Or you want to start talking?
Now, we can talk right here. It's perfectly all right. Okay, here's the deals. Just, whip out a phone, holographic projection on the floor. Okay, the guy we need you to look out for is today, his name is Theodore Estevez. You might know him as Theo. Seen him on some TV and some stuff. Maybe you didn't. I don't know. I don't know what your watching habits are. Or do I? Pointed looks at mirrored shades all around all of you. Y'all's may have heard of him on the TVs. He's in a little bit of a bind. He is accused of the murder of his main squeeze. Also a similar up-and-coming pop idol. Her stage name was Allegro. You are not entitled to know her real name because of contractual obligations. So they were having a romantic evening out, away from the press, all that fun stuff. Champas, lobster dinners, whatevers. And the paparazzi, they got a little peek with the drones, You know how it be. I'm sure you guys know all about dodging the cameras. Wow, tough crowd. Anyway.
I would snicker at that.
Okay. Even then, one snicker still. Wow, tough
I
crowd.
think there's like a slight smile. Or like a smirk, I guess.
Okay, all right. I'll cut the comedy. I'll save it for the club. So, paparazzi drone snagged some pics. The press rushes the hotel. Security is tight behind. They bust down the door, because of course they do. The little urchins. The scum suckers. And and we have discovered that Miss Allegro is dead, then Theo has blood on his hands. Literally. That's not a euphemism. If it was a euphemism, this would be easiest. The story you guys may have heard in the press is that our client, Mr. Estevez, just had some skill wires installed. He was doing a big career shift. He's moving from rom-coms to action movies, and allegedly they have malfunctioned in an intimate moment. But District Attorney seems to have a different opinion. They're going for the full works, starting at murder 1 and going all the way down to the bottom. Now, obviously, this is a little bit of a confliction for us, because we, the group, have done an internal investigation, and we don't really want to say whether Theo was responsible one way or the other. It maybe could have sort of been an accident. It probably wasn't premeditated. It could have been somebody else. Who knows? We don't always get paid to do these things. But it's very awkward for us, because if we were to rep him with a corporate lawyer, and he were to be found guilty anyway because there's some silver bullet we haven't figured out yet, that would be very bad, because the group also repped Allegro, so that would be kind of awkward. It'd be one of them conflicts of interests, which obviously you and I understand that we don't give a fuck about, but the people who buy cable packages do. The losses and gains are all percentage points here and there. You don't really care about the profit margins. It's just, it would be less useful to us to rep him directly than it would be for us to not rep him. So we've decided to intervene in a small private way. Switch the hologram, shows another guy. Smooth, slicked back hair, sharp features. Wearing a greenish suit with a red tie. This is, by the way, I apologize to anybody. I have absolutely I don't think I have any idea how to pronounce the X in this case. Because it's a Spanish-speaking language. So I think it's Catalan, though, so it's not like Latin America. I think it's like Gimo?
Gmo?
Yeah.
I think
Because it's supposed to be related to Joachim or Joachim, like a J name, but so I assume it leans on that side. But anyway, you guys can pronounce this however you like. Princess has no fucking clue to pronounce this guy's name anyway.
Chimo.
Yeah. He's a self-employed private lawyer, a little small time, but he's got some clears under his belt. So we bundled Theo in with him. We stashed him at the Nakamura Hotel for safety. And basically, what we'd like you guys to take care of is, just arrange an innocent verdict.
Okay, it's pronounced Simo, apparently.
Is it pronounced Simo?
Yeah, Simo.
Oh. Anyway.
I'm assuming this is a Spanish-based language, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Catalan is that, because that's a region of Spain. I'm pretty sure the pronunciations are close.
Yeah.
Also, yes, I brought something back. So if you guys have anything you want to ask me about this now's, you go feel free. But I am a humble peon, so.
Hey, I got a question. Who's the prosecution?
You want to know? Okay. That's old Suzume Cardos. She reps Karasu Consulting.
Fuck.
DAs are, I should actually say this on air. So I've done a little thinking about how our legal system works. It is still jury-based. There is a judge. Public defenders continue to suck because they're grossly overworked and have no time to do anything. Their casework is literally, pre-built for them by AIs, by expert systems. So it's a little paint by the numbers, so it's a little rough. Prosecutors, on the other hand, are usually government contractors. They are not necessarily government employees. They are contracted from law enforcement corps. So they are basically private employees who are paid very well to be good at what they do. So, batting a little higher on the opposition, but, Also, for a fluff note, just because I want to try and get stuff out of there. And I thought of this earlier today. Squirrel, you probably recognize the name Allegro. She does, pretty standard Pacifica pop music. You remember that Cathode really liked her music and was very upset a couple of weeks ago? We'll say weeks, not days. This isn't quite Ace Attorney levels. She was upset a couple of weeks ago when her death was announced.
Probably
You
at least
don't-
a month or two. Yeah.
Probably don't follow up too closely with things that don't involve you because you have to go fast to stay alive or whatever, but you may recall some things in the past there. A
Yeah.
little extra spice.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, where he got the skill wires?
Not specifically off the top of my head. You probably ask him about that.
Oh, okay.
No, like honestly, we can probably ask him a lot of detail about where he was eating, what the time frame, because we're gonna want to investigate the restaurant and see if they have any security or whatnot and any witnesses there, right off the bat.
Sure.
Yeah.
Also, the angle to see if
Also, I do want
that
to talk
lot-
to the guy and just literally grab him by his cuff and shake him really hard and tell him, did he actually fucking do it?
that's fair. 'Cause it's also worth seeing if we could possibly do the angle of it's a proven faulty line of skill wires.
I will.
That may, depending on other parts, you can't just say, the skill wires were bad, because that could still be, negligent homicide.
True.
Yeah.
And we were trying to go quick.
We would prefer not guilty on all counts.
Well,
I mean,
we-
if you can jumble it down to community service and some fines, we can talk. But we pay you guys the big bucks for this.
Are we getting paid with the big bucks for this? Seems
Well, I
like
don't know. We haven't exactly negotiated the direct cost here, but we're willing to go.
I'm gonna turn to Odin and it's like, Odin, just for training sets, we're being asked to basically take the lead on a very high-profile murder case, in which everything is going to be televised and people are going to be tuning in to see what happens.
Now, obviously, the group has a vested interest in you not appearing on television, but we can only do so much. So we would prefer that you don't blow up the courtroom on live TV.
That doesn't resolve anything anyway.
Oh, it resolves plenty of things. It just makes more problems.
I take a list.
Achieve an innocent verdict, though.
I take a list out of my pocket and cross something out.
I mean, listen, if you can get us a mistrial and we gotta wait like 6 months, you know how news cycles are, everybody will forget about it by then. But, we would prefer, ideally, our correct solution is he is not found guilty of anything at this time. Does that satisfy your quarreling pedantisms?
Yeah, let's see. Let's probably start with the higher bracket, considering how I guess on a knife's edge we'll be dancing. So we'll see how this looks.
Okay, all right.
All right. I have one question.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you know if there are any other corporations involved in this? Or have any put
well,
their
we got some
feelers out?
theories. I think Shimo Roth has a little bit of done some investigating some prep work. You can talk to him about this stuff. We don't like to stand at every street corner and say it was Nup who did it. NUP, by the way, is DWG's major rival corporation. That stands for NBC Universal Paramount, NUP. We don't like to stand on the street corners and shake our fist and say Nup did it, but I'm not saying Nup didn't do it. Just saying.
That's
Nothing that'll
fair.
stand up in court, but allegedly.
Allegedly. I can work with allegedly.
All right. Now, do you have any other questions before we start negotiating vis-a-vis what your pay rate is? Going once? Going twice?
So
Thinking, hold on. Sorry, out of game. My brain is just going through some stuff. Yeah, no, I don't got nothing.
All right.
That he would know, I should say. And I assume we're going to get more stuff out of the lawyer.
So that would probably be roll to get the job.
there we go.
You guys did say he was taking point, and he was
5 and
taking
a
point.
3,
and
so
actually
that's an
negotiating.
11. So I now have +3 edge.
Okay. So what ones are you picking off the list?
Let me just double check. 'Cause it's been a while since I've done it. I have, press the press was like an extra.
Yeah.
Right. So it's 4 out of the thing. So it's here. Let's get a gear and intel. Pays well, and no one knew we were here in this park.
Okay. So it doesn't attract attention, pays well, useful assets,
We
information.
probably don't remember what Princess looks like later, but I don't think that matters.
I am quite okay with forgetting Princess.
Why? You got a problem with me?
I got a lot of problems.
I have a feeling I'm going to end up at the bottom of a well.
No. I didn't get to use my threat. I was gonna say if you fuck with us, you're gonna end up in the vault.
Oh boy.
Oh, you're gonna make us digital and then delete us?
No, I think Disney actually has a hole in the ground they call the vault. They throw you in there.
It's a mass grave that's very cataloged.
We bury you under the hat in Walt Disney World.
What do you think we use with the old animatronic suits?
We use human bones.
Okay, but yeah. So let's see. I think the normal is 2x, right?
Yes.
Okay. So your boy Odin has negotiated for pays well, so that's 3x. So how much do you want to invest in the job? Remember that if you invest 3, that starts raising clocks.
I'm gonna go with 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna do 2. I'm on 11 creds, so I'm gonna go to.
I was thinking 3, but I was like, nay.
Okay. Else?
I do want to invest 3.
Okay. I believe we start with the legwork clock. Makes sense. Your job, your big thing. Princess probably like sits down, goes to a park bench, pulls out a duffel bag, and is like, "Here, this will have some stuff you need," and that's your gear and intel.
I'll mark that down.
All right. Here's the contact information for Roth. Remember, Nakamura Hotel. And if anybody asks, I was never here. And then just pulls out like a Camelio Tech raincoat and just is gone in a flash of rainbow sparkles.
And once
Huh.
the action phase, yeah, that's separate.
I really don't like those guys. I really don't like those guys.
Do you believe really they started like gene modding all their actors?
I don't know. Disney Warner Group rumors go as deep as their fucking vault does. But speaking of things, let's head over to the Nakamura. We gotta talk to this guy. And the defense attorney.
True enough. I'm gonna do a very quick, Google search, or not Google, but I'm gonna do something on our way there.
Yeah.
No, just for personal back use, I want to check the VIP clients list for Smith and Son or Stone and Sons to see if we are the people that outfitted him with this gear.
We could just, ask him.
That is a very good question. Let's see. What would that fall under? I think that's research. Roll mind.
I'm better at this. And it shows 11.
Okay. You were supposed to technically ask from the list, but you're basically asking what the relationship between Theo and Stone and Sons is.
Yeah.
11, that means you get another point of intel, and you can ask a follow-up question from the list under research. So, relationship between Theo and Stone and Sons. Well, your GM did not establish that, so what do you think the relationship is with him? I will say, we've discussed in our fiction, I've done some writing. DWG and SNS have a little bit of a fraught relationship. They're like, you guys are kind of like the snake eating its own tail because Stone and Sons owns all the telecom networks that, all the DW Media blasts out on, but also DW Media is like, as an overall conglomerate, your biggest ad buyer on your networks. So it's very cyclical. It's kind of fraught sometimes. But
It's a handshake with the guns behind the back.
yeah.
Well, I suppose it would mean, like, because I still, sorry, I have not watched, I've not been in the Cyberpunk thing recently. I'm not sure what exactly because the cyberware that is mostly used for the public, or that the company would mostly fit for the public, would be telecommunications based. So it was something along that lines. You would most certainly be a client. But
no, this was a skill wires and skill chips. Basically a
yeah.
close combat package because he.
Okay.
That's
Actually,
that's
that
what we do in media.
and
Honestly,
we
if
don't
I was
need
gonna say anything, that sounds like a Medicus Imperatus kind of thing. More
It's
than
them
anything.
or Suzaku, but he's
Yeah.
not military officially, so that's
No,
why.
like
'cause-
skill wires, like definitely
Yeah.
sounds like personally, I would say sounds like an MI
Yeah.
thing. It's like it sounds like something that could be used for rehabilitation or something like that.
So then, I mean, what I would say is he has probably been a client, but not specifically for cyberware.
Yes. And who knows? He might have some more conventional prosthetics like cybercoms or something that falls in your wheelhouse. But the actual the implant in question, the skill wires and the skill chips with the close combat package, were not brought to you by SNS.
Yeah, and he's not a veteran, so he wouldn't be involved in any of the R&D branch.
No, he would have been probably a teenager during the war. He's a modern movie star. I've talked a little about genres and stuff for media, but basically my imagining is that like a lot of like TV and film genres right now, there are a fuck ton of really insipid corpo rom-coms.
Oh Jesus!
Guy moves into a new office in the Cube farm, and he meets the boss's cute secretary. He meets the boss's cute daughter. He meets some coworker of an equal footing, and they have this fraught relationship where they're pitted at odds by the corporate machine, stuff like that. It's all very, very saccharine and very surface level.
Gotcha.
And at no point does it ever actually make it look awful that you work in a corpo cube farm. But he wanted to go into action roles because those are cooler. A very classic effort. But in order to do that these days, you need to actually be good at your job because thanks to the power of cybernetics and special effects, stuntmen can basically do everything but actually murder each other on camera. And even then, there are probably some prosthetics that make it very good to get some very realistic simulation in there.
Oh man, I can just imagine that. You just get like if you have like a replacement chest, you can just literally have a cavity that you can just get blasted in and shit just goes flying.
Yeah, no, like if all your torso organs are cybernetic anyway, like somebody can literally just pour bullets into you and just so long as we've got, an EMT standing by with a backup set of robo lungs, you'll be fine.
Sick.
Like, yeah, no, so
Probably why actual actors nowadays need to do like at least their own minor stunts.
yeah. Well, and
And
that's why he
and
went
fight
with skill
scenes.
wires because he can. Yes, it's pre-programmed, but it looks good on camera. Anyway, you can ask a follow-up question from the list as well, Dallas.
Okay.
Where would I find X? How secure is X? Who or what is related to X? Who owned or employed X? Who or what is X most valuable to?
Okay, so we kind of know some of that.
Yeah.
Pressing the trigger.
As you guys scooch your way closer.
The what?
Oh, sorry. I'm having
the road to
trouble
Nakamura
pulling up
Hotels, whatever.
the
Metatron is doing that thing where his eyes are zoned out and he's using the internet. His brain
Yes.
internet.
His brain internet. Well, Claymore will be like, I guess won't talk about that. He'll be talking about like if we need to consider that this guy might need security or anything.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I don't know how to phrase this in a way that gets the information I want.
You can pitch it a little. What are you thinking? What's the angle?
Where did he come from? Like pre-employment to the mouse. Is this a child star or was this a career change?
He was probably not a child star because the mix up with the collapse, but asking like I guess that's we could say that's asking what the relationship between Theo and House of Mouse is, DWG.
Yeah.
So he is definitely a career actor, but he probably came up. He's probably not native to the Bay Mega City. He's probably from LA, because of course he is. And probably one of those kids who comes up and realizes when he gets to his teens, he always wants to go into acting. He starts, doing acting classes, clubs, etc., and just, gets a bite, gets his big break kind of a thing. there was probably some, enough about the way the corporate structure works to know there's probably some massaging in there. He doesn't really seem to come from money, but he doesn't seem to have necessarily been like he doesn't go in interviews and talk about how, he was ultra poor and, that's his acting dream, made all of his many little children and whatever going in there.
Gotcha.
Well, do you want to ask that question and roll research, or are you just trying to rack your brain there, Claymore?
I'll actually, I have a -1 on it, but I'll give it a go.
You also boot up non-gent.
Ah! Oh, that's a 6 on one die, but the other one... Well, no, that's a 7. What do I get on a 7?
Okay. You take intel, and I'll answer your question. What was the relationship between Theo and Allegro?
Yes.
Well, according to... Obviously, you have to take the media at their word.
Mm-hmm.
But generally, it seemed to be positive. They were not super publicly dating, obviously by the fact that they were hiding out at a private hotel.
Mm-hmm.
But they had been seen at a couple of public functions together.
Have they have they been dating long?
Not too long. Probably would have been about 6 months since somebody saw them first in public together. So, kind of. That's why there was so much interest. It was a new, fresh relationship. Talking about all that stuff in there. They kind of operated in different areas, so they weren't yet at the point where there was any serious collabing or anything.
Mm-hmm.
She was pop music career, he was acting.
Okay.
The only other thing you might know is that, and I say this because this NPC may come up later. There is something there that's kind of interesting in that the rumors before it came out that Theo Estevez was dating Allegro was that he was engaged in a relationship with the artist formerly known as QR.
Who the hell is QR?
QR is, according to, performances and stuff, Allegro's former BFF. They call her QR because she has legally changed her name to a QR code that displays her face.
Okay.
Welcome to the future, everybody.
Okay.
So
I'm not surprised, but I'm not impressed.
QR is a little bit more of a hip and edgy performer, a little more cutting, a little more biting, though obviously she's corpo too, so it's not like she's punk or anything, but different brandings. Allegro is more of the wholesome and pure pop idol school. So a lot of people the news thought that Theo was going for, rough and tumble bad girl QR, and then they showed up in public with Allegro. So you don't know if there's some baggage there or what.
Well, I'll put her on the list of. Well, actually, hell. Well, no, we're the fucking defense team now. No, we can go talk to fucking celebrities now. Sure. We're high profile.
Right.
We need suits and sunglasses and business cards.
I'll get the
So do you want to go down to the garment district first, or do you want to go to Nakamura Hotel?
No.
I bet if I ask Himiko real nicely, she has a suit for me. I bet.
Go to the hotel. I can take care of
the
our
Nakamura
wardrobe.
Hotel's pretty good. You guys might be able to just ring the concierge and be like, "Hey, I need 5 suits."
I imagine they'd have a clothier
No. Allow.
I already have a suit.
I have.
Okay.
5
Who
suits,
else
actually.
owns a suit?
I do.
Owen just looks down.
Okay.
Yeah, Odin's wearing a suit right now, I think,
Oh,
because
right.
he wears corpo wear.
Okay. I will. Yeah.
He has
I'm
probably a
gonna
nicer one
make
he's
a
not
phone
wearing,
call.
But yeah.
I'm gonna make a phone call. Basically, I'm going to custom order 2 suits, one for Claymore and one for Squirrel.
Sure.
Honestly, I think I probably do need a custom suit. I'm big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't require any roll for that. That's not. I'm not gonna make you spend gear on that or anything. It's not. I don't think that's that tempestuous to worry about. And
He's
you
gonna
can
go
just
show up for the fitting.
Well,
No, he doesn't.
I know their sizes.
Oh, fair.
Cybernetic eyes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
And I've
that
been working
reminds
with them
me.
for a couple of months.
Claymore's gonna turn around, whatever, like transportation. Next time I find out something outside the place that I have not told you about, I'm gonna punch you.
Sorry. Boundaries. Got it. Boundaries.
We're bad at boundaries. Okay, all
I'm
right.
bad-
Nakamura
yeah.
Hotel. You guys roll up. The music from the right stuff plays. You guys know what room to
because
go
I'm
to.
not also Omega. Just because I'm not tacky, the suits will both be matte black. Because
Of course.
I mean that just
Okay,
works.
but I have a very important question, and I will leave it to Claymore and Squirrel to decide. What kind of ties do you have?
Oh, I'm no tie.
Oh shit!
Ah,
He means business.
Mm-hmm.
guys, this is classical tie.
Just black tie. All right. Okay. So Roth and Theo are holed up in a suite that it's not the suite you murdered a guy in.
I wouldn't expect
Just
it
to
be so.
clarify, it's not that one. But it is probably a suite on that level that is, nicer than where you guys stayed when you were here.
Cool.
Hey, I'm gonna use my gear for something
Okay, what's up?
that I think I'm gonna need in the course of this.
Alright.
So basically, and you can stop me if you think that something like this wouldn't exist. Basically, what I want is like a skin tight, like form-fitting mask.
You want a disguise kit?
Yeah, essentially, the hollow projects a different face.
You want
Okay,
a poly latex mask.
Basically,
Yeah, you need some Mission Impossible masks. That is a worthy spend of gear. That is okay.
Yeah.
I do have a disguise kit.
But that would mean he would need you to put the disguise on his
But
face.
here's I
Fair
need
enough.
it to. Here's the thing. I also need it to be resistant to
Facial recognition.
seeing through.
And other things.
Yeah.
So you need, you want something that's like a polymer coating, and then
Yeah.
probably maybe not holographic, but like chameleon, like it can
Yeah.
just replicate different pigments, so it looks.
I
like
just need it to be like almost military grade in terms of like
Yeah.
it can be resisted like surveillance.
Yeah, you can get something that's probably like radar absorbent or thermographic.
Yeah, because unfortunately I have this complication that is famous.
By the way, I forgot. I will post you your mission directives. By the way, you accepted the job of Arena Mark XP.
Cool.
Okay.
The plan is you need to figure out your strategy. Your key directives
Uh,
are figure out what the fuck your strategy for
I
defense is,
advanced,
go to the
so-
I
trial.
also advance.
and then when the trial is declared void or Theo is not guilty.
Guys, do you remember how I advanced at the end of the last job?
Yeah, I mean I was at 5 XP.
Because I'm
I
trying.
think you did.
Because I have
Didn't
5 here. and
That
I'm
was
trying-
when you picked up your
my
cannon,
backup.
right?
Yeah, and I'm trying to think. Like, did
Yeah.
I not? Did we get a fuck ton of XP back then? That might have done it.
I know I was a little ahead
don't
of
get
some
side
people
jobs.
because I took some bonus objectives.
No, I wouldn't have forgotten. to
like
clear
a
my
while
XP.
ago.
So, I think I think I was probably close to advancing last time. Then I got it, and then I advanced. I don't
Maybe just
fucking
didn't mark it. Maybe just didn't clear it. I guess.
I don't know. That's what's bugging me. I'm like, I'm not sure.
I mean, if you were literally at 5 already, then you probably did not remember to clear it. But if you're at like 4,
Yeah,
I
no,
could
okay.
see that was just that like.
All right, no, I was at 5, so no, I probably
Yeah.
did not. Okay, so I'll just clear it in Mark 1 then.
I mean, I was also at 5, but I don't believe I advanced last session.
I didn't advance
so.
the session.
Well, I knew I took backup like right at the end of the session,
Yeah.
so I was like, wait a minute.
That sounded
I'm gonna-
familiar.
By the way, my upgrade is very boring.
Mhm.
Plus 1 edge.
Yeah, makes sense.
I
You
now
gotta
have
get
2
those.
edge.
Very
There we
important.
go.
Very
Welcome to the
important.
club.
But
I have very high stats. Jesus Christ.
Same.
That's what happens when you transition playbooks. Is you lose some shit, but you get to keep your stats, so you can get pretty big in some areas.
Yeah.
Claymore will strode gun first. He will not strike gun first. Enter the Nakamura Hotel. He will greet a couple people, and he's going to just slam that elevator button.
Oh yeah, just as a thing. For my advance, is it fair if I can just buy the advanced one to get owned off or not?
Well, everything has the fiction, so the.
Or is there like another time for another time?
I have an
limit?
obligation, enemy or owned. Yeah. I mean, I think you can, I believe, spend the advance to do that, but mechanically, the owned will not. We do not actually erase the owned until you do something in the fiction to do that, which would require you to probably talk to the guy or something.
I'll save it for
We
my
are
next one
not
then.
doing right
Okay.
now. Well, I thought you were gonna get a custom weapon for your.
I was
Next advance.
dwelling on that.
Yeah, I know. You want to buy a phone. In this world of being betrayed, disgraced, and manipulated by other people, you want to make sure you are not. Anyway, you're in the elevator. The elevator goes up. Bing bong. It dings. You're in the suite. You are a motley crew. There is again sharply dressed lawyer, slick back hair. You know, indeterminate ethnicity, big pointy eyebrows,
Mm-hmm.
green suit. He's like, hello, gentlemen. Shiorath. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Handshakes all around.
Mm-hmm.
Good to meet you. Good to meet you.
I take it you are my consulting crew.
That would be us, yes.
Claymore's looking around for Theo.
Mr. Estevez is upstairs. If you would like to speak with him directly,
Claymore will be
or we
like,
can plan strategy. I have taken over the small conference room in the suite.
if we can get them, move this along quickly. We've got a lot to do, a lot to do.
Oh, don't I know it? And Omega has to resist saying "reach Corinthian leather" with this voice.
I will also accompany Claymore to talk with Theo.
Okay,
'Cause
I'm going to ask you: are all 5 of you going to dogpile the guy?
I mean, I'm gonna go threaten this
No,
man,
I'm
and
not.
I'm gonna go threaten this man to go figure out if he actually fucking intentionally murdered this woman or not.
Yeah, no.
I need
gonna-
to check his cyber. I need to
You want to bug
get
fix
into
his
his
cyberware,
goop.
got it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go talk to Roth, and also I'm gonna advance to get +1 cool.
Okay.
I'll stay and
Actually,
talk
yeah,
with
no.
Roth as well.
I'll say my next one. For
I have a feeling. On our elevator ride up, I just look at Claymore and go, "Good cop, bad cop."
Claymore will
Just Magic Claymore's like, good cop, knife cop.
No, Claymore's gonna go. He's gonna flex his hand and pop his talons. Good cop, claw cop.
Fair enough.
I was like, I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that actor has a very nice attachment to his face.
Yeah, so
usually
you
do.
guys basically trundle up. It's another split level suite, like I said. It's very similar to the room you killed a guy in, but not that
Meanwhile,
one. It's not that same suite. Stop saying that.
The 5'6" small child-looking person and the 6'8" wall of metal and
Who
beef.
may or may not look like he's wearing a fucking Deathstroke mask or something right now, unless you've turned it on. In which case, it shows some other face.
Oh no, I've turned mine on. I've
Okay.
turned mine on.
All right. So yeah,
I
you
had it
go
on
upstairs
before we
to
went
a
in.
big bedroom, and just there's a couple of empty plastic polymer bottles of some upper class beer brand in the corner. The TV is playing nonstop SNN Stone News Network coverage constantly.
Mhm.
Theo's just kind of sitting on the end of his bed, jacket off, shirt, untucked, slightly askew, just kind of like sitting there, contemplating life.
Mhm.
Kind of like, yes, can I help you?
Claymore is going to stride forward very confidently and coolly, hold out his hand for a handshake, and be like, do I want to use? No, I'll just be like, I'm Mr. Claymore. I'm part of your defense consultancy team.
Oh, yeah, yes. Roth said we'd be doing some of that. He kind of shakily sticks out a hand, grabs it.
And then I'm going to wrestle him to the ground and pin him.
Okay. Dunzo.
And then it's like, I'm just gonna get right into it. Claymore's just gonna be like, I'm part of your defense team, but I'm gonna tell you right now that how much I invest in this is dependent on how truthful you are with me on how this shit goes. I ain't here to play games. I ain't here to play tricks. I ain't here to do none of that stuff. So when I ask you a question, you give me the whole truth, nothing but the truth, and absolutely the truth. Otherwise, I'm gonna cover out your fucking face so that no one wants you on a television within 30 fucking miles. Do you understand me?
Play hardball.
I rolled an 11, and I have like a fucking +2 because I have emotionalist.
Yeah.
Percent?
NPCs do what you want. He's like, the big gooey tears.
Like, did you kill her intentionally?
No, man. I don't know, man. It's nothing. I don't know. I don't think I know anything anymore. It's all so fucked up and stupid. I didn't do it. I did not kill her. I did not. Sorry.
Okay, can I make a insight check?
You can attempt to assess because this is a charged situation.
I'm going to assess. Yeah, I'm going to
Claymore
assess.
is a walking charge situation.
I am.
No, that's
Very
good.
frequently, yes.
This is what I was expecting. I am looking completely unbothered here.
Yes.
I have a +3 to this.
I was expecting you to like lift him up by the neck, but hey.
Ooh.
No, he went for the takedown pin.
Okay.
What's up?
If violence isn't the answer, clearly I wasn't using...
15.
What?
Damn.
Wow.
I roll boxcars.
Okay,
Plus 3
you
to
hold 3. You can pick
Yeah, I
from the
have
assessments.
3 to assess specifically.
Oh.
And you get +1 forward when you act on the answer to those. So feel free to ask your questions.
Okay, I need to find the assess list.
That's why I have the list of the moves pulled up.
Same. I had to pull that up earlier.
I'm trying to find it.
If you have the PDF, it's the moves are right at the top, and assess is like the second thing.
Okay. Sprawl.
Okay,
Sorry,
so
my
it's
computer got
alphabetic.
reformatted.
Rip.
Who or what is in control here? Claymore.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Also, yeah. So to clarify, if people were wondering, that was a full hit on Claymore's play hardball. So NPCs do what you want, which is he says, "I'm going to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth." And you ask him, "Did you do it?
Yeah.
Did you do it intentionally?" He's like, "No, man, I did not do it."
Well, that means I'm willing to. Go a little bit extra for this man.
Yeah.
I'm curious what makes this really stupid and awkward. But we'll find out.
Oh my god, I'm just, the PDF is just gone. It's vamoosed.
Well, that's terrible. Marth screen capped it for you, and I can.
Thank you, Marth. You are a lifesaver.
Yeah, it's not pinned. I will get you a PDF link.
Okay.
Also to help, it starts with the.
Okay, now that this situation has gone this way, so I get to ask 2 questions?
Nope, 3. You got 3 hold.
Okay. Okay, now that the situation has gone this way, what is the best... I'm so stupid.
What's up?
I had that PDF, I just thought that was the PDF for the,
No.
the books. I'm so dumb. Sorry.
This is just the moves. Anyway, what are you gonna ask?
Sorry, it said MC sheets, so my brain just went derp or derp. Anyway, what is the best way to get him to work with us now that Claymore has become his lord and master? What is the best way for me to approach him?
List.
It's like I would
No,
say.
what is my best way in or out?
Okay, best way into this situation.
Yeah,
Okay. I mean, obviously, right now he's very intimidated. He's very confused. He's very sad. Obviously, they weren't dating for like forever, so they're not like life partners or everything. But it's very upsetting. He's badgered by the press constantly. Presumably, he hasn't been getting any work or anything. In the time, so like, he's a little frazzled. So the actual playing the good cop, bad cop, and like
Okay.
if you get him to open up and just be like, "Hey, listen, I understand. We're on your side," kind of a thing. That'll probably do a lot to assuage his damaged psyche and ego.
Yeah, let's gaslight him a little bit.
What? No. Oh wait. No. Yes. Definitely. Okay.
Wait,
Hold on.
I'm lost.
I had
now,
to think
what?
about that for a second.
Wait,
I had
what?
to think about that for a second.
We basically just want to tell him all the nice things he wants to hear right now and convince him that everything is going to be okay, even if things are really not okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Well, because we know now that we're not trying to lie, so that changes our directive.
We're
Yeah.
just trying to find what's.
We're trying to find out what happened and how to prove it in court.
Yes. Instead of having
yeah.
to like come up with a bunch of bullshit, we need to factual maybe find some actual facts
Yeah.
and maybe a little bit of bullshit.
We might need to play the system instead of just faking it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. What do I notice despite an effort to conceal it?
He pissed his pants.
No, he wouldn't be considering that anyway. He's fucking terribly depressed.
Oh.
He's
Yeah.
binge watching 24/7 news and drinking beer.
Oh, God.
It's like 10 a.m. by the way.
Yeah.
Did he sleep?
Probably not. Looking
wow.
by the dark circles under his eyes.
If what I think happened, I'm surprised
So,
he's not
let's see.
suicidal.
Effort to conceal it. I mean, let's see. The main thing would be. I mean, my answer can genuinely be nothing, but I'm racking my brain if there's a better there.
No, if it's nothing, it's nothing. That tells me something.
Oh yeah, no.
No, I think there is one thing, because you're not directly. Well, you are a little bit of a celebrity. That's right. You are famous. You do have a thing going on there. So,
Yes.
obviously, if he doesn't have any security around him, that makes sense. He's holed up in a hotel, and DW is deliberately trying not to make it look like they're openly supporting him. Right? They're trying to like let things play out naturally within the system. But this guy is a movie and TV star. Where's the rest of his entourage? They're not concealed, so they're not here. But like, shouldn't he have like a manager, an agent, or something? A publicist, a hairstylist, something.
His
Yeah,
makeup
that
/ surgeon.
Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna. I think
You
I'm
are
done with my
reasonably certain
questions.
that even though this suite is big enough to house probably all of you and these two guys, it is just Roth and Theo in here.
Like, there's no way to ask if he's telling the truth or not. I don't think in assess.
No, but not with assess. But mechanically, if you want to game the system a little, you know that Claymore hit his role to get him to do something. Under
No,
threat of
I
violence.
I mean,
What
if you
he
ask
threatened
me to
violence
ask
was
him,
do the truth.
Sorry, if you ask me to ask him, I think I can just keep rolling on that. Like I said,
I think.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, I just think there's not like. There's not anything I could ask under assess that would make sense for, like, anything that I need. I don't know.
I think
Sometimes that happens when you get the 3 hold. You maybe only want to ask 2 questions. You can hold it for the rest of this situation if a question comes up. So just
because I'm definitely going to be doing a different social skill. But,
while he's just blubbering his guts about how everything is terrible, he never should have come to the big city. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, I'm gonna like. I'm gonna be like, hey, it's okay. I understand. We just had to make sure.
Claymore.
We're here to help you, man.
Claymore would at that point will pick him up just wholly and put him on his feet and start brushing him off.
Yeah, we're here to help you, but we just needed to make sure.
But, he doesn't collapse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna gently guide him to are there any chairs in the room?
Yeah. It's a big hotel room in a suite. There's a little.
I'm gonna gently guide him to a chair and then sit across from him.
Sure.
Basically.
He kind of whips out a handkerchief out of his waistcoat pocket and dabs at his eyes and his nose.
I'm really sorry about that, but we just had to make sure what we were working with.
Yeah. You guys, you don't fuck around. Got it. Okay.
Sorry, we're not.
Remember this for a roll later.
We're not used to dealing, as weird as this might sound, we're not used to dealing with upfront situations, so it's rather refreshing.
Claymore is just going to stand behind and to the left of Metatron, arms crossed.
Yeah. He kind of stares at his hands, turns them over, turns them back. He's like, I don't really know if this is straightforward. They say it was an accident, but I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember everything was fine. It was dinner, had a couple of glasses, and then lights out, and then it's bright lights flashing, or blood. Blood's
It's
sticky.
oh.
He kind of looks at Claymore. You knew blood was sticky. What am I saying?
But
I try and keep a straight face. That
I'm gonna hold up my hand. It's all like, let's take this one step at a time.
Okay.
So first, breathe. You're safe. No one here is going to hurt you.
Yeah, Theo, I'm going.
There's kind of a pause at that. He doesn't give you a look, Claymore, but you could tell he's using all of his acting ability not to do that right now. But he takes his deep breath. He's like, okay. You guys want some coffee? We can get some coffee. He sounds a little bit
I think that's
I was like,
already.
I will go get some coffee.
Okay. Cool.
I will shoot you a message across. Try and make his decaf.
Very well then.
Yeah.
But yes, I will give them some space so the big scary man is not in the room.
No.
Yeah. He just.
I am going to. Theo, I have a suspicion that I might know what happened. Could you show me? Oh God, what you said there were skill implants, right?
Yeah. Skill wires.
Would those be implanted in the arms?
It's like a whole nervous system. Kind of. Yeah.
There's probably the
Okay.
chip
So
slots
does
in the
he
back
have
of
a
the neck.
port? Would he have a
Yes,
port?
because the way those work is you have skill chips. So yeah, there would be a slot probably in the neck for actual access.
I'm gonna. I know.
Do you want to do a diagnostic
Oh,
scan
I'm
on
gonna
his
do
fucking...
something very. I'm gonna do something very dumb.
Why do you do this?
Well, no. It makes sense. Trust me.
Describe it to us first.
Please.
No, this is not. Has no negative consequences towards anyone in this
describe
group
it,
except for
please.
myself.
Yeah. No,
I
he's saying
promise you.
dumb as in not
Yeah.
risk averse for him.
Not risk for anyone other than myself.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Yeah.
So you wanna
Theo,
jack
I
in
want to
his
work with
implants?
you, so I want you to trust me. I need to gain access to your system to see if anyone mess with them. So in order to gain your trust, I'm going to tell you a little something about myself, and I'm going to take off my mask.
Oh, okay. He's kind of like, yeah.
Think I know you?
I think this.
I am the equivalent of what I've described it as. Is I'm the equivalent of a mascot.
Yeah.
For Stone and Sons, basically.
Oh yeah. Actually, yeah. You have a move called Famous, don't you?
Yes.
What does that do exactly?
I believe it gives me a +1 to forward against people who find out that you met them.
Unless you disguise yourself, you're recognized by people you meet. If someone recognizes you, you take +1 forward against them.
Yeah.
People will find out that you met them, but you and the MC can declare that someone recognizes you. So yeah, so he does recognize you.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my gosh, you're. Hold on, I have your name in my list, your real name.
Samuel Stone.
It's like, oh, you're Sam Stone. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize I would. Does this mean that there's an SNS interest here?
This is a personal matter for me. This is how do you call it? This is my day job or night job. So I would like you to keep this on the down low, but I wanted to make sure that you know that you can trust me. I just need to make sure no one's messed with your
I know all
systems.
about alter egos. Okay, so roll me fast talk, which is plus style, because you are trying to convince him to do what you want with promises.
And I have a +1 and a wait. Do I get 2 +1s? No, I only get 1 +1. I remember I'm out of that. I only have the +1 from Famous now.
Forward and ongoing are separate, but if it's 2 forwards,
Yes, if you have 2
No, I don't have 2 forward. I would have 1 if I was still a pusher, but I'm not. I just kept Famous because it made too much sense.
Yes.
It doesn't matter anyway. I got a 14 now.
Okay, NPC.
I rolled an 11. Why is my rolls today
This is
on
this
fire?
is the nice version of do what you want. So it's like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
You kinda,
I'm just trying to calm him down and making sure that, basically...
Yeah, you want him to trust you.
I'm doing the Game of Thrones, I'm putting my neck out for you so that you know that I mean what I say.
Yeah.
Because now that I know he's not a murderer, I don't have to feel conflicted about this.
Well, he didn't kill her intentionally, We
He
should
doesn't.
say.
He's not aware that
Yes.
he killed her.
There's still some ambiguity there.
yeah.
We'll see what happens. But
I still
there's-
think I have a feeling.
there's
Well,
a couple of different theories I have in mind that I'm
yeah.
going to let you guys kind of sort it out.
My
in the
main
usual
main
SPRAWL way,
theory going, which is why I'm doing this, is that someone has confuckled with his skill systems to make them do bad things.
Yeah.
'Cause that is something
And when we
you can
get to
do.
the guys talking to Roth, he's actually got all their pre-prep work and probably have some
Yeah.
more theories to
So,
pitch. But you guys want to talk
This
about
is
that
kind of
right
my
now.
last thing. Yeah, this
So
is
I've
my
done-
last
which
thing.
is,
with
by the way,
Theo.
why I
Go
decided
ahead.
since Claymore wanted to confront him so directly and so vehemently that we decided to scratch. Oh,
Yeah.
he actually did it off the list. 'Cause it's on my list, but I scratched it off because you guys went there right away.
Yep.
Yeah, and it makes sense because
If it could have been a more dramatic turn, maybe we could have played with it. But here we are. Okay, so yeah, you've gained his trust. He's kind of relaxed. Claymore comes back with the coffee.
yeah, and I will jack into his system.
Okay.
Heyo.
I should actually roll Jack in for that.
I don't think there's a full
or-
space. I think it's just a diagnostic screen.
Well, it
Yeah.
depends on what he has, because I have 2 spaces in me. But that's because I have things.
Well, no, I feel like
I
you
have-
would have to actually hack his cyberware just to get access to it.
Unless
Because
he had the
Well,
code for it.
yeah. The thing is, I still don't know if that's necessarily the like.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. It says log in as synth. So when you came to get access to a system, it just wouldn't have the full matrix subsystems.
Yeah,
and stuff.
he would not have the ice and stuff and
Yeah.
to
There,
mess with it.
then the number of things you can do are limited because he doesn't have a
'Cause,
full
yeah.
in-depth
No.
matrix system. But yes,
And
please roll
honestly, I'm only going to be doing one thing.
Yeah.
No.
8.
Okay, you're in, but choose one. Alarm, access is restricted, ice is activated, or passive trace.
Passive trace. He already knows you're there.
I mean, yeah. No, I will take passive trace.
Okay.
No, that's bad. Wait.
Well, what's your stealth?
Oh, right, yeah. 3.
Okay. So for now, 1 is
My-
not a problem. They can't track you until they get to exceed your stealth rating, I think.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, once again, my deck is I have no defense, no offense. It's completely focused on stealth.
Yeah.
I think it's literally called the Suzaku Ninja.
You try really hard not to be caught. But okay, you're in.
Yeah.
You're not exactly being subtle.
yeah.
You're just
No,
plugging
I'm just
into-
trying to make sure, was this cyberware accessed from just the standard, was this machine accessed from a remote position?
Okay, so I think in this case, I want you then, because you are plugged into a system, I want you to roll research. They asking the question, how
Okay.
secure is his implants?
Yeah. How secure are these implants?
So roll one.
I mean, I could technically roll synth, but it doesn't matter.
Also true.
They're the same. So.
Yeah. You are plugged the fuck in.
9.
Okay. So you gain another point of intel, and yes, you answered this question. How secure are his implants? Definitely not the most secure. I mean, you're a hacker. You're hooked right up. You know about
Oh, yeah.
cyberware softwares. You're not sure how easy such a thing would be to do remotely, but if somebody had direct access like you do right now, they could probably fuck with his skill wires. He no longer has the chip he had slotted in, because remember, it is mechanically a chip-based system.
Yeah.
But if somebody fed him a bad chip with malware, he's only got, whatever the default, firewalls and shit would be.
Setting question, actually. How
Okay.
easy it is to, I guess, to reverse mug someone a chip into their neck?
I mean, it's got a slot, so you just got to pop it in.
Yeah.
It's probably
Doing
much
something
easier
like
to
this
introduce some,
remotely, very,
Trojan.
very difficult. And I suspect if it is a remote access, it is more likely we're dealing with corporate sabotage than anything else.
If it was
'Cause-
remote, it would probably have required there to be a Trojan on a chip.
Yeah.
Like somebody would have to still physically
Yeah.
pass him a chip with malware. He inserts it, and
Yeah.
that makes a remote backdoor.
We need. Oh god, I hope he still has that, but I think that's probably something I have to ask him when I get out. It's
Yeah.
Okay. his name's Theo, right?
Yes.
Okay, once I get out, I'll say, Theo, would you happen to have the chip that you were using on the night?
I believe that that got entered into to evidence. You should have access to it through what did Roth call it? Discovery. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay.
No problem. Sips his
All
coffee.
right. Do
Sips
you
his coffee
have?
again.
Oh boy.
He's going back for a third sip.
Hunting for the buzz that's not there.
Man, it's good coffee.
How do I ask this tactfully?
Don't.
By the way, I said
No.
Claymore, you came back with the coffee, so if you got any stuff you want to add into this. He seems calmer now that Metatron has talked to him.
It is my job. I am the talkie boy.
Yeah.
This kind of talkie boy.
I don't do the hardball thing. That's
like Claymore's gonna. Well, actually, I don't know if. I feel like I can make this because I've been wondering about this. I was like, Theo, do you not have anybody else around here? No security, no friends.
My kind of tugs at his collar. My relationship with people are a little strained right now. I think the prosecution is sitting on my manager. The Mez, Orion Mezzanine.
Okay,
I speak to him kind of off and on. But yeah, no. It was part of the group's plan to detox me from my corporate image. So I don't have anybody running security. I don't have anybody. Not that my bodyguards were really happy on me. I did ditch them to go on a date. I don't have publicists or anything. I got my lawyer, and that's it, and my agent when I can call him.
Oh god, I don't want to leave this kid alone.
It's like
Claymore
will turn to Metatron. It's like,
good character.
You want me to? It's like, do you want me to bring in some people? This week could hold a few of my guys. They're not the most classy. They're not the most classy sort, but they won't let anyone get to them.
I think I'll have Lydia and BG help with that as well.
They're not the most muscly, but they could probably.
Okay, I do want to say this: we should not just be bringing in all our dudes. Either I'm going to bring in my dudes, or you're going to bring in your dudes. One or the other.
Well, no, I was going to bring, because my people aren't, like, I was going to bring him in so this dude had someone to talk to and not go crazy. Not so much as a security thing. My people don't have any, like, combat abilities.
Yeah, he has people for crew for jobs.
Yeah, okay. They're like talky social people.
I thought you just said your people were completely antisocial fucks at the beginning of this.
Oh, no, that's Lydia. She's just a depressed goth. Look, I made backstories for both of them. But no, one of them is a tech, basically a gearhead, and one of them is a like schmoozer person like me.
Yeah.
Do you sure you want a schmoozer like with the?
Not really a schmoozer. Schmoozer's not the good. He's like a business guy. He's he's the broker deal person. So he like works with contract negotiations.
Like, because I feel like I think this guy needs he needs a security detail, and he probably needs someone. He needs someone to make sure his life does not fucking fall apart with him. Part on my hair. Fuck, I'm starting to think this guy might need a fucking mental health specialist.
Sadly, honestly, none of you are a metatech.
No.
That's why I wanted to bring my guys in with your guys, because they can't help with security, but they are social. Social's not the right word.
Keep him
but
stable for the time.
They'll keep him from.
They give him somebody
himself.
to talk to that's not his lawyer.
Yeah. Okay, fine. But we might need, if we're going to bring in all those guys, we might need more rooms.
I mean, your guy. What are the positives on your gang again? Claymore?
Discipline. They're a small gang, so it's like 5 to 10 guys, and they are disciplined and loyal.
They're disciplined and loyal. They'll put up with a couple hots to a cot kind of shit. They've done worse. You got a balcony. They can camp outside.
I mean, it's probably, like I said, they'll probably be on rotating watch anyway. So, all right.
They're not afraid to hot bunk.
And worst comes to worst, I can get a room in the hotel for my 2.
All right. Well, anyway, let me call the Blades and have them dress respectably. we'll put him on security detail here, just for peace of mind for everybody. I think.
Yeah, because I definitely want security detail because I'm worried.
Yeah.
Because
And
if he didn't do it, that means someone did it.
you don't have any particular like positives for like giga guns or anything
Nope.
like that, right?
They are.
Okay, so
let me.
they show up with sidearm service weapons and probably because of theming many bladed objects.
Let's see here. You have a group of associates who provide security. This is a small gang of 5 to 10. They're not hired thugs. They do 2 harm plus small plus oil plus discipline 1 armor.
Okay.
So yes, like handguns, probably some small rifles, probably some like some small automatics, and they're
and they're carbines and stuff.
Yeah, and they're business armored.
Yeah.
I'll do a round of oh yes, and lots of bladed objects. I'll do interests. Well, I guess I'm assuming this is gonna take them a moment to get here, but
yeah, they'll roll up when you call. They probably were like making sure the park was still secure, and then you're like, okay, moving jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the hotel.
Yeah.
All right.
And then whichever one of them is the jokester is like, the Nakamura Hotel. Why don't you ever take us anywhere nice, boss?
I'm trying to think of what is the purpose? Take us anywhere nice. Oh, I was like, the last nice place I took you, we ended up leveling it. So now I got to be careful.
Yeah. So no one cares anymore.
The Emirates job was pretty crazy. We are now implying that Claymore has leveled a large skyscraper in Dubai.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I just imaged Spec Ops The Line, but not depressing.
No, it was probably depressing.
Probably a little depressing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was probably less depressing than Spec Ops The Line, but still probably depressing.
Okay, I guess Spec Ops The Line
probably wasn't as psychologically fucked up as Spec Ops The Line.
I think Spec Ops The Line was about like the guilt of mirages.
You mean it didn't end with Claymore committing suicide?
And, okay, so they're en route. So, downstairs team, you guys have been wanting to work with Roth while these guys are up there grilling the guy up top. So, at one point you'll see Claymore come out and bully the coffee maker. But other than that, Roth has a little like conference room because a little hotel conference room you got in the suite that he's basically turned into his office. So there are stacks of tablets and photonic data shards, data disks, electronic paper reports, shit like that. There's a whiteboard, obviously. It currently has defense with a question mark and circled, double underlined. He's like, oh yes, whatever you need from me to do the job. Feel free to ask me anything.
Oh, okay. And first things first.
You, Odin.
First things first.
I'm the relist. Sorry.
What do you think the odds are right now?
Well, straight and tie. I like to be optimistic, but I have been in this business a few years. I'm gonna tell you, it's a little dicey. Don't worry, that's when I do my best work, when my back is to the wall. Rah!
It reminds me of my childhood, but I'm not gonna explain
why. The prosecutor, Cardos, I've never faced her before, but I've heard of her a couple of times, seen some cases. The prosecution will be, laser-focused, whip-smart, ready to rumble. And depending on how badly they want to make us hurt, we may be facing the bevy of the usual prosecutorial indiscretions. But I do not know that they need to do anything like that. They may simply be satisfied with just starting at the top and running through a jury. Our client is, good-looking, well-spoken. Well, was anyway. I can only pass him so many Hauma pills. But, he would do decent in front of a jury, but he's accused of killing a media darling, beautiful, wonderful, pure, lovely, too good for this sinful earth, And that's just what they said about her this morning on the news. So
Wow.
jury relation again could go either way. It's very important to doing these things. I have a couple of things and some legwork at the outline. He goes to the board and says, "I've got a couple of things I think you guys could help me on." So we've got my bulleted list, which looks like this. So we got to get ready to work on the jury and how we're going to work the jury. Because even if we have truth and God himself on our side, the jury is still the jury. So,
The jury already set.
yeah, this thing's soon, so we've probably gone through Wadar.
Right. So, because I don't game thing. Earlier today, we thought like, I wonder if we could get one of us as a sub juror, and we just
No, that would,
like that's too complicated.
that would be way. You would need Metatron to like crack the courthouse database and send a jury letter to himself, and then get through all of jury selection or send him to somebody.
Yeah,
But
so
no.
that would take a months in advance, but which we don't have.
No, we're trying not to make this time frame too far out.
Sure.
The
Yeah,
next
so,
thing obviously is evidence discovery and investigation. I've contacted private investigators before, but I've been assured you are wonderful in that respect by the group. So we've got evidence lists to comb through. We've got new evidence to discover and put forward to the court. Obviously, they will be putting Theo on the stand, and asking him questions. So we need to do witness prep, make sure he's prim and proper and ready to go. And again, with the jury, and sometimes the outside, they're like a second jury, the people in the public. So we could sway the court of public opinion. The more public support we have, the more likely that those jurors feel like somebody's going to throw a brick at them if they give him a not guilty. The better things are for us. I feel like Shimo Roth is just like, listen, I don't like it, but it's how it is. There'd probably be some public risks on that strategy. Anyway,
Right.
Honestly, I guess I guess to start is then. I assume you believe Theo didn't do it, right? And I assume Theo believes that himself too.
that is what he told me. Listen, as a lawyer, you never ask your client if he's actually guilty. I'm getting slightly Eastern European now. Rich Corinthian leather. Now I have my accent back. I play Spanish guitar. You don't ask your client if he's guilty. They do still occasionally put us before ethics boards. I don't know what you think of lawyers in this day and age.
I think most of them try their hardest, and a lot of times they have to play the system that doesn't like them.
Believe most are owned.
To be fair, I think there's a very big.
Points at Odin and says, "You have a very optimistic estimation." He points at Wolf. "You have a very correct one."
Actually, Wolf said what?
Wolf said most are owned.
I feel like
True, actually, yes.
Metatron has a very different opinion of lawyers and public defenders, which I think you said this is a public defender, right?
No, he's not the public defender. He is a private lawyer, but he is a career defense lawyer.
I have a very different.
He runs a mom and pop operation, so it's just him.
I have
a
very different opinion of defense attorneys versus prosecutorial attorneys.
Yes.
Just personally.
And actually, yeah, what Axe said there is a very good idea. Basically, if there was a playbook for the lawyer, that is kind of what Shimo Roth does. He is a neutral third party who gets involved in law cases all on his own, and
Yeah.
If he occasionally has to do some of the shit you do to get the verdict he wants, well, whatever, man. We all have bills. Do you think this wardrobe pays for itself? All of us.
Well, the last things you don't want to tell a lawyer is you're not going to pay them, because that's when you usually end up without a leg.
But okay. Yes.
What story are you presenting to the jury then about what happened that night?
Well, it's going to depend exactly on how Theo wants to pitch it. I've been a little soft. I haven't quite worked through everything with him. He's a little reluctant to remember. We'll see how your friends upstairs do. But depending on some of the exact details we hammer out, obviously I have his copies of his statements, just papers. It's reusable electronic paper, but I like the idea that he just flips papers at you.
Just throw some.
papers.
I have,
Wolf
I have
Wolf-
statements here and all that stuff. His version is simply, they were having a very lovely dinner. They were away from the paparazzi. They dimmed the lights. He gets a little fuzzy. He wakes up when the flashbulbs hit. And, oh my God, she's dead. How terrible.
Find anything on his cyberware?
I mean, I am a lawyer, so no.
No.
You guys need to remember he's not
You
gonna
think
have
we do
every single
everything?
he's not gonna have every single answer.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's
Lawyers-
what he says in characters. What, you think I do everything?
Yeah.
That's what you were paid for.
Yeah.
Generally,
Let's
lawyers
see,
have teams.
Yeah, no, we
if
are
he
the
had-
team. We need to go.
Yeah, you are his team now. So
Right.
I know you guys want to talk and role play and stuff, but we have literally a conference room full of stuff. We have places we need to be.
Fair enough.
I have a couple of possible data dumps if you want them about stuff.
Yes.
When
Actually, yeah.
when-
I guess we'll just talk for the
when Roth actually tossed the papers, Wolf actually went over to them and started to look through them. So.
First,
Okay.
not skimming the two of how many there are.
So the rough sketch of the crime scene. So the crime happened at a hotel called Suimon Temple, a slightly skeezy but still upscale hotel on the Bayside. It's known for its privacy and no questions asked policies. They have private shuttles and helos. They have very limited amenities. There's no in-house restaurant, no pool, no gym. But they have compact and a privacy-focused design. They were staying at room 404. Some sparkling wine was ordered. Some authentic food. It was surf and turf. There was a bundle of roses on the bed. There was a very advanced drone that managed to penetrate the privacy curtain of their facility. Caught a picture of them kissing when the scene was broken into, as you described earlier. She's lying on the bed, deceased. Theo had blood on his hands. So, now I get to ask you guys a fun question. What was the murder method? Obviously, there was blood. But, what was it? Was it precise strikes with a ceramic knife? Defensive wounds indicating strangulation with a monofilament wire? Hemorrhaging due to poison? What's your favor? What do you like?
I think for why they had to give a case against him, it's a hole in her chest.
So,
Gun?
knife wounds?
How would
Knife,
that would,
like-
Bullets?
Because it's like one
I mean,
thing. It's something
I will
like the
say,
size of
if
his
it was a
fingers through her
gun,
chest.
that adds extra issues of ballistic evidence and
Yeah.
guns are loud.
Yeah. So I'm just like,
I-
no,
I-
I'm thinking
Poison.
I'm thinking a sliced neck.
Okay, so the monowire,
Yeah.
maybe.
Because it
I
would
was
like
I was
a
thinking
sliced neck's
possibly the
especially if
wine
there's
bottle also.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Wine
I
bottle?
meant that there was a wine bottle ordered to the.
Well, that means there could also be poison and stuff too.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
thinking poison because that's sometimes how slavery does happen, really.
But I got the same. I'm either towards a sliced neck or poison.
I don't actually know if a bottle would be good enough to be break as a knife because it is not going to be a glass bottle.
No.
Yeah.
It would be a crystalline polymer. Because glass, we make that from sand. You know what else we can make from sand? Semiconductors.
True.
More semiconductors. More silicon. More quartz for watches.
There is no shortage, only limited productivity.
I mean, I don't think there's a semiconductor shortage right now in this world,
Okay.
but
but-
that's because of different things. Anyway, yeah. So,
so what do
murder.
you guys want to do? Because I want to say sliced neck.
I feel like
I'm
that makes
always-
sense. I'm wondering, like,
No,
What
Axe.
would
No
they do?
wondering. Make a choice.
all right,
I'm for poison.
Marv says poison.
I'm on team poison as well.
That's 2 for
Okay.
poison.
I'm
it
good
poison?
with the sliced neck
Poison?
just because there has to be blood after all because he had blood.
yeah, there has to be blood. Yeah.
Well, like you said, it was a hemorrhaging poison. There could be
So
some sort of poison.
that's 3 for neck. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
looks like a strangulation and severed arteries from the neck,
Mhm,
possibly from a monowire garrote.
Okay.
There is no murder weapon at the scene. There's no obvious forensic evidence of anybody else. Talk screens allege that there was only alcohol, though obviously if you guys had decided it was poison, you would just be like, well, maybe it wasn't. Initial police reports say that Theo was a little confused in distance. Could be shock. Could have been drugged. There's no obvious case of toxins or allergies, but is the autopsy report accurate? Do you need to update it? Neither Theo or Allegro had their dedicated security details. They have personnel assigned from the court, but obviously they maybe ditch is the wrong word, but they left them behind for privacy reasons. So yeah, that is our rough crime scene. If you want more details, you guys can go to Suimon Temple yourselves and investigate.
Do we have access to the corpse?
Would you
Sure.
have access? It's been a couple of weeks, so probably
not.
no.
I'm assuming we might have
it's-
crime. Do we have crime scene photographs though?
Yeah, there'd
Okay.
be photographs, and there would be
Autopsy reports.
Yeah.
autopsy reports,
Report.
etc.
Do we have who that advanced drone belonged to?
Yes, because I have a list of key witnesses that have been identified.
Yes.
So obviously, actually having these witnesses on the stand would be during the action phase, during the actual trial. But witness prep is a thing, and by prep we mean bully.
Guess what? Who is good at bullying?
So the list is, first of all, you have Jacqueline Blake, a Chrome Doc. She's going to be an expert witness to talk about Theo's skill wires.
Mm-hmm.
She is called by the prosecution, but you don't know if they're trying to push the theory that his skill wires malfunctioned, or that they could not have malfunctioned because like I said, they're throwing the book at him. So basically, they're positing to the jury like, hey, there's like 4 degrees of murder he could have done, and we're gonna present you evidence on all of them. You decide. There is the bellhop at the hotel. His name was Brigham Portner.
Mm-hmm.
So he is going to be interviewed because he was, hopping the bell, pushing buttons, carrying luggage. The artist formerly known as QR is also going to be called because she was well known to both the victim and the suspect.
Mm-hmm.
Right, character
The
weakness.
paparazzo.
Wait.
Yeah.
So I did not know that. She was well known to Allegro as well?
Yeah, she was big.
Yeah,
BFF.
BFF.
Yeah.
That was the first thing they said about her.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Or sorry, I meant the other way. She was close. Okay.
There were rumors that Thea was dating her before it came out that Thea was dating Allegro.
Okay.
Yes, that was the question asked earlier. The name of the sludge media paparazzo is Grant Access.
I'm gonna shoot this man.
I hope he changed
This
his
is,
name.
by the way, from the reporter name list, so you can thank Mr. Hamish, who wrote the Sprawl, or whichever playtester suggested.
I mean, the code name usually.
Grant
Grant
access.
You already are aware, also, of our next one, which is Orion Mezzanine. That's actually, he is a witness for the defense. Roth wants to bring him on to talk about Theo's character, but you know that Roth will even explain to you guys if you ask. Mezzanine, he calls himself the Mez. He's a little
egotistical.
Yeah, he's a manager for glitterati types, so he's over exaggerated, boastful, melodramatic. If the prosecutor gets under his skin, he could say something we might regret, but I don't really have any other character witnesses to bring in,
I mean, just means we gotta scare him, and so he doesn't want to say anything more than he has to.
And obviously, I want to let you guys know, for future reference, you can obviously use your own contact to call in new witnesses as expert witnesses, character witnesses, or just fucking made-up witnesses. I don't know how much fraud you want to commit.
Let's try to avoid fraud right now.
And
Here's the
obviously,
thing.
you guys
Well,
can
yeah,
use
because-
intel and gear to test evidence, present new evidence, etc. Whether it's falsified or
I
not.
pulled
is
intel
again.
I pulled intel from.
Yeah, you guys have quite a lot of intel if you want to
Okay.
use any reveal intel moves.
Yeah, we still got a gear and intel, but I think we'll have the gear for, I guess,
Nope,
the
the
trial.
gear.
No, we don't have gear.
Actually, no.
I
Yes,
use
you have
the
one
gear.
gear from the mission. That's right.
Yeah, and we'll get
no,
extra
you
gear
have
intel
one
when the
gear.
actual
I
trial
have
starts.
my
The team has a gear.
I have a. Can I use intel to basically at some point reveal that his skill wires were in no way tampered with? Is that an intel reveal?
Reveal knowledge. When you reveal your knowledge of the opposition's preparations, disposition, or environment, describe how you discover that and reveal. So yes.
Okay. Well, I won't do it.
If the court case, if for instance Miss Jacqueline Blake is on the screen and she's like, yes, you can see here how they were clearly tampered. You can just be like, I spent an intel. No, actually, you bump Roth with your elbow and he's like, I see. I have this evidence here that says you're a big doo-doo head.
Okay. Well, I'm just like that's what I'm saying. Is
My
like I
judicial
feel.
assistant has handed me a note which says you're a butt.
I mean, I don't think we can like spend gear to show up. We can say like we can use intel to be like objection.
Yes, basically to know facts that are correct, so
Alright,
to
cool.
reveal information.
I feel like
Okay.
in this
And
case
here
where it's
would
like
be
it
evidence.
wasn't the skill wires, it was the chip. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
And then lastly, before you guys, I think, get to work, Roth's he's got some stuff. He's done some preliminary investigations. He can spitball some theories for an alternate culprit. If you guys want that to be your defensive theory, you could just try and be like, no, Mr. Jury, my client could not have done it. But usually in these methods, the defense will try and pitch an alternate because remember the standard is beyond a reasonable doubt. So if you create reasonable doubt, the jury is supposed to rule that
Also,
the prosecution's case is
we're also
not
playing the social court, so it means we need to maybe have someone else to put all the fingers at.
well, also we also
Yeah.
need to, like I said, if there's no like also, well, several things. If there's no murder weapon, we actually have to the prosecution has to establish how it was done. Like if there's no like so that's one we can establish. There's no murder. There's no immediate murder weapon.
And I think I can say since you guys went for that angle, and since somebody just did a diagnostic on all this cyberware, Theo does not have built-in mono wires.
Yes.
That's not to say that you couldn't get like a standalone garrote and like do it that way.
Yeah,
but
no, but
it's like you guys have a very easy angle because you've picked it.
yes.
Good.
So there's no
there's
no obvious murder weapon. So and we have a lack of motive, I guess I want to say. I don't know what what the prosecution's gonna whip up.
Yeah.
But like, if you first off, I think we need to get Theo cleaned up. We need to get Theo his groove back. How he presents himself to the prosecution and jury, big thing. If he looks like a fucking hot mess, they're just gonna be like, "You get him away from me." So we're gonna need to get some people to make him feel better and look better. This is part of public image, public opinion. Two, we need to basically go over. We need to. I think we're gonna have to basically talk to all these witnesses, all of them, and either find out what's going on, or bully them into saying things that we want, or to not say things that we don't want.
So I think to that angle, I should probably pitch who the people that, because again, it's me. It's their open-ended.
Mm-hmm.
We like a little bit of choice here, based on Roth's initial investigation and what DWG did. Because like I said, they conducted a probably cursory internal investigation, but their opinion was not definitely he did it, because otherwise they'd probably be throwing their weight at him for That's what you got to do when your talent fucks up, is you just have to throw them to the wolves. But they're like, we don't think he did it, so we're just gonna quietly interfere. So the obvious suspect is it could have been a black budget op by NUP. They're based out of the New York megacity. They are constantly at odds with not Delightworks, DWG. It is a DW. It's almost like I've been doing another show for like 5 years. But they're always fighting with Disney Warner over productions, talent, etc. So they could have easily arranged a hitman to be sent, done something to block out Theo's short-term memory, get Allegro out of there in the time that it took the press to arrive and move on. Getting this one proven in court is going to be hard, unless the assassin is already lurking in the witness list. But proposing this theory could get the jury to sway, That's very sensational. Oh, a foreign corpo did it. And obviously DWG would probably love you for that one, no matter if it was true or not.
Actually, the way that we can angle that is based if we can.
Omega, are you done?
No, there's two more. I mean,
Okay.
I'm done with that one, but there's two more I want to get
Hold
to.
on, Axe.
Next on your list is, some people are already suspicious, so I don't feel bad about saying it. Hypothetically, could have been QR. She was close with both parties. There were rumors they were dating, but then he would come out with Allegro. And then that her art style, her presser is more, like I said, hip and edgy, little more of a deep cut, a little more slinky,
But like corporate edgy though.
Yeah, obviously still corporate edgy, but she's, dark, brooding, heavy makeup, kind of a thing. Allegro was, big foofy dresses.
She's Billie Eilish is what she is, right?
Probably.
I'm not
That's
crazy
that's
on
a good
that.
analogy. Yeah.
Clearly, NUP got fucking QR to do it.
Oh my god! If you want to string two together, I'm not gonna stop you.
How about no?
The other
later.
thing was that definitely Allegra was up and coming as a pop idol. She was, getting more promotion and exposure due to her, very very wholesome, very pure image. And obviously, like, QR knew them both personally, so probably could have, like, accessed their private networks, tracked them, just asked them where the fuck they were, etc. If you guys want to prove this, you're probably going to need to get her on the stand and make her crack like an egg, or you could try and get some hard evidence. You could always run the hotel matrix to see if she was booked there, but they are very privacy focused, so under no circumstances is Suimon Temple going to tell you if she was there.
Right.
They would rather die in a fire.
I mean, I can arrange that.
I know you can't, but you can. Listen, you can make them test their theory.
Are you sure your walls are fire retardant?
And then the last one is, and Roth is just like, okay, I don't know about this. I mean, he's on my witness list, but I've been in this business a while. It could be entirely a publicity stunt by Orion Mezzanine. He's a career agent. He's a manager. He could be trying to break out. If Theo is innocent, then his manager will be really cool. And if Theo is not innocent, Mez will still be famous. He was the agent for the guy who did the murder.
Then who is? I guess who was in charge of Allegra?
Sir, not appearing in this witness list.
Fair enough.
Huh.
Huh.
Can I make that a pun? No apiro. Allegro is just Italian for, like, song, so
Yeah.
I could probably do a pun there.
It's just.
But obviously her manager would not do well for his client being murdered, so that's not a very good motive. But yeah,
No,
Mezzanine
more
obviously
thinking
Mez
about,
would have
like,
obviously been
if he was
close
trying to fuck
to
someone else
Theo,
up.
had perfect access to him, etc. Sabotage, whatever. And again, my fourth one was, what if Theo did it? But like I said, you guys went really ham on asking that question, so we're gonna skip that part of the drama.
Alrighty.
And you guys are gonna make up your own new bullshit drama.
We are.
All right, that's what I got. Go.
All right.
Okay.
So,
Yo, up hero. Yeah, I like that.
that's the first thing that just came to mind to me, being like, if the opposite report is that supposedly she was strangled, but if we find out that it's actually her neck was cut by like a mil-spec like monofilament, we can probably just backtrace it being like military grade monofilament that usually only for like certain people would have.
Well,
Like, trace it back to like certain, I guess, killers for hire.
I mean, I'll be very real. Monofilament wire is pretty easy to get.
well, anyone who runs on the
Probably.
street and might kill someone for money is not gonna have a hard time getting them. I will say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, you also have to remember, this is a maybe 5'6", if that, waifish
Also-
pop idol.
Also, we have to consider how, like, if Theo didn't do it, we have to consider how someone or something got in or out of this room without being detected.
Yeah.
They got access to the room, and they
Definitely
got out.
Yeah.
pick up that hotel then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the gap between,
And
there was a
cameras.
paparazzi photo of them kissing over dinner to she's dead in the bed.
Yeah.
The
Actually-
window there is probably 20 or 30 minutes.
Yeah, actually, that's a good
20,
question.
30
Like, why,
minutes.
like, if I think we need to talk to Grand Access. There's no way, like,
Or he didn't stay there the whole time.
nah,
Yeah.
he had to have stayed there the whole time. He wanted all those photos.
Yes.
Well, the reason why he's on the witness list is because he was first on the scene and his drone caught it. So,
Yeah.
like,
You don't understand how dedicated these paparazzis are.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
it's he might
this
they
have
will
guy
stalk them.
lives his life for this shit.
So we need to figure out how he learned of this. We don't need to ask him why he do it. He's named Grand Answer. He's
it's
a
not
fucking
about why,
sleazeball.
it's about
He's a
where.
sleazeball, but
Yeah.
we need that fucking drone, and we need all the fucking data he has.
Yeah, because he could have just hired some guy to knock him off, just to get bigger story off of it.
No, this guy definitely just wanted a fucking story. Or maybe or opposite. Or he wanted a story so fucking big it'd make or break him.
It would
That's
make
what
you-
I was
yeah.
saying.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
Like you said,
it
if you
is.
hire anyone to get monofilament wire, you could just.
I
get
feel
anyone.
like I'll be honest. I feel like the only witness that I'm not suspicious of is Jacqueline Blake.
Yeah.
Because like I don't think she had any fucking cause or
Well,
reason.
she's just the cyberware.
She's the expert witness. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I mean.
Flipper
Like,
doc, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't
So
know any relations with that
I
one.
swear to God, she's gonna turn out to be like his evil stepmom or something.
It's not. Hopefully, that's not important.
She
We'll
turns
see.
out that she was the hitman all along. She unveils her whistling birds mods and just fires millions of smart flechettes into the courtroom.
She undoes her gloves and it turns out her entire arm is just a weapons armory.
So we need to talk to QR. We need to talk to grant access.
I need to get. We need to get access to that the evidence.
I already talked
Because
to
we need to figure out
the
if
Bill.
we got a chip put into him like during the time or not.
Yeah, is that chip? What's on the chip?
Yeah, we
Basically.
Also,
like actually you're
should
missing
we-
something here. There's no murder weapon, so he didn't grab like a knife and stab her.
also,
No.
should
I'm
we...
more thinking about
Go
if
ahead,
the
Marth.
chip was.
Okay.
Sorry, go.
No, go Axe. I'm
Also,
waiting. Oh, sorry.
Okay, just go ahead, Axe.
Because if the chip had a Trojan in it, it means when did it have the Trojan in it for like how long ago, and when, and or if not, who put something in his neck to knock him out?
I mean, the neck can knock him out is assumed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
So,
He might have just get tranked. At least the thing.
should we look into Allegro's past to see if there's any trouble she's had, ex-boyfriends, etc.?
Yeah.
Ex-companies that try to pick her up?
Looking
should-
into potential history and potential complications of her thing is a thing, but the question is, did Omega actually write something like that?
I'd assume
Right.
for Allegro he would have.
We should at least check, just because one of the things that was listed was getting public opinion on our side if possible. So
Yeah.
even if we
That
just
is.
make it, even if we just shifted away from like, oh, he's definitely guilty, like, hey, who knows? Like, it could help the case.
Okay.
No, that's also definitely what I'm going to be spending my time doing. I'm on Operation Get Theo's Groove Back.
Sick.
Okay. Well,
Also-
we're doing legwork, so
You're right.
who wants to do what first?
Okay, fine, you guys. I'm gonna go meet witnesses by myself.
Sorry, I was
Nope.
swallowing something.
Uh-huh.
I'll go.
I'm
I've
fine.
been cra-
I'm just skipping. Just sitting here retweeting Rebecca art.
I was supposed to say like, I couldn't go beat crack alone. So like, you want to go there with Claymore, or you want to do something else first?
Why is that,
What?
Axe? You're getting a little.
Oh,
Get
sorry.
your mic a little.
Ah.
That's better.
I was saying I probably shouldn't go to see Grant Access alone, so I was wondering if Claymore also want to be
I'm not
there
going
too.
with anyone. I said I'm going alone.
Okay.
I mean,
Why are
Squirrel
you-
offered. Are you going to turn on a free ride?
You know, I'll get a ride from Squirrel. Sure, why not? But I'm still going in alone.
Okay.
Shit might get messy.
That fits. I don't.
I'll just drop them off and be like,
I gotta be honest. I cannot imagine, based on our previous session, Squirrel personally really wants to talk to Grant Access or anybody actually.
not
in this previous
really.
list.
Then I guess should Owen Wolf check out the hotel then?
They'll very, yeah. What?
I mean,
Honestly, that's probably the best, because I think you two have more investigatory skills than I do.
I mean,
at
worst
least.
comes to worst, I'm pretty sure you guys have good edge.
We do. All right.
I know, alright. Who has good edge?
Wolf and Odin were gonna check out the hotel.
Yeah, I know I have +2 edge myself.
Also pretty good. I don't know if yet any of Squirrel's drones will be helpful.
Only have them. I'm not going to bring in the ones with guns on them.
All right. Well, Claymore spoke up first. So, whomst do you go to interview first?
I will go interview QR.
Okay. So, the artist formerly known as QR is, a fellow, pop idol. How are you going to approach her?
Pop idol, but she's kind of the.
Billie Eilish, Pink, circa less.
Yeah.
More Billie Eilish, Pink, Avril Lavigne, less Katy Perry, Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Like, would you say she's a party girl?
Well, almost assuredly, she's a celebrity in the city.
Well, yeah.
It's the cyberpunk future.
I know. But
It's just she's more
like,
she's more hardcore.
Like, is she gonna be like out slumming it in the fucking Badlands kind of party girl, or she knows?
No, she's still a corpo act.
Yeah, okay.
And
you
guys have not quite given like the canyons are not like that cool.
Okay.
I know. Like, to put it this way, she's pop punk. She's not punk.
Okay, pop punk. I think I get that.
I think I used a similar analogy earlier, but not quite that.
She's Pink, Billie Eilish, Avril Lavigne, Billie Eilish.
Yes, Dallas, you said it like 3 times. We got it.
Sorry.
You have a very nice analogy. I know you like music.
He really does like music. Well, let's see here. Let's like honestly, like she has social media. She's saying where she at? What's she doing? Is she at a party right now? Is she hanging with some people?
I mean, right now it's like noon, so maybe not. But if you wanted to like stalk her social media feeds for a few hours, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'll see if I can.
She seems like the type who would be like on future Insta, being like, "Here's what I'm eating. Here's where I'm partying. This is the gig I'm playing."
You know, I'll do. Yeah, I'll basically get a ride, downtown, and I'll start, following her social media, see if I can track her down.
Okay. Yes, you can probably accomplish that without a roll. It's, you're just going to fuck around on the internet for a while. Any particular, like, type of space you would want to conduct this interview in, or is this just, like, wherever the first chance you get to, like, meet face-to-face?
I definitely don't want something super open. Like, basically, if I can finesse it so that, I can get her alone, which might be, well, actually, no, she probably runs with an entourage, doesn't she?
Yeah.
No, I'll go for the first opportunity I can, then fuck it, I'll bullshit my way through the rest. Or, just bull through the rest.
Yeah, it's probably not the smartest plan, but I like the visual. So, from social media, she's having dinner somewhere. Nice, upper scale. A little private, So, you're just gonna Claymore your way in there, walk in like you own the place and nobody's going to stop you?
Definitely.
All right. So the maitre d' is there, and he's like, yes, do you have a reservation? Just, excuse me.
Like,
pardon me.
that thing. It's all just when it's all like, it's like I'm already expected, and just keep moving. Everyone should always expect Claymore.
They never
Nobody
do.
ever does. So yeah, she's eating some frippery that is like 4 sauces, a foam, and a piece of meat the size of your thumb.
How dare?
With a plant-based glitter upon it or something. Yes, I have watched some cooking shows. Yes, I fucking hate high-class cooking. It's so silly.
I feel insulted to the people that eat.
It's so weird and...
Okay, Omega, can you at least grant the difference? There's a difference between high class and really high class.
Oh, true. Like, but like there are very talented chefs who do some great stuff with cuisine that also like doesn't like try and look like a stained glass window for no reason other than it can. But anyway, that's a personal note. But yeah, so she's sitting there eating. There are 2 very large gentlemen in dark suits who are like, hold up a hand when you approach. Claymore, what do you do?
Do I want to necessarily cause a fight in the middle of this high class? No, I will try diplomacy first. But if diplomacy does not work, I am throwing a man out a window.
Okay.
So
That's probably
I will raise my voice, and so that Ms. QR can hear me. It's like, Miss QR, a moment of your time. I'm representing, I am a part of, what's his last name? Fuck, Estevez's, legal team. Could I just have a few moments of your time?
I think that's fast talk. Roll style.
I do not have good style.
With promises, lies, or bluster.
I rolled a 4.
I should also mention what you're doing. I don't know about the cyberpunk future. What you're doing is extremely illegal.
Who, me?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, members of the... You're not supposed to talk to witnesses in a public setting.
I didn't know that.
Eh.
Might
Yeah,
have been told that preemptively.
Prosecution witness. So yeah, but no, strictly speaking, there's a little bit of wiggle room in there, but you are in a it's a public place, but it's a high class dining. But let's see. Moves.
I'm not going to say anything if you fail it, so.
Well, no, I just make a move. Okay. No, I like this one because it plays into what you would do anyway. She pointedly ignores you. You're not sure if it's because you didn't somehow manage to verbally pronounce the QR code that is her name, or if she just doesn't talk to people in restaurants or what. But she ignores you, and then the guy who raised his hand reaches into his jacket and produces an iron and says, "You need to leave."
I feel threatened, so I'm going to take these boys out.
Okay. What are you doing? You gonna take them?
I'm going to take him. I will not use claws, but I will use metal fists.
Okay. That sounds like mix it up.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if I can get a couple across the chin here. Oh, yeah, that's a couple across the chin. But that's a 10 on dice, and...
All right, you're clear. You achieved the objective.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What if you say for 12 plus specific?
Now we don't have super advanced rules. All right. Yeah, you just go for the guy points his gun at you. You just crush it in one of your big meaty metal hands and just pop. He goes down. The other guy like goes to grab his gun and just pop backhand. Blah, on the floor. Just,
are there multiple chairs at the table?
Yeah. It's probably got chairs for 2, even though it's only set for 1.
Yep. So I will I'll look at the guys, look at Miss QR, and I'm gonna take a seat. Just
take the napkin.
They roll on the floor like people in 2077 that you take out non-lethally. Just kind of.
Does one of them begin T-posing and floating up in the air?
No.
Fix that, actually.
No. There's not enough random objects for them to bump into. They're fine. There's just the floor.
That's true.
So yeah, no. You spin around and sit down, and she just kind of like not quite looking at you yet. Just tries to eat a little bit of her cream and foam meat, and it's just like that was terribly gauche.
Claymore will bow. I was like, well, you have to forgive me for being the uncultured swine that I am.
Oh, dinner and a show. Well, it's okay. They're paid for that. Kind of, dabs at her lips with dark purple lipstick with a napkin. The lipstick does not move. It is perfect. She kind of, swirls, some wine around in her glass, and he's like, okay, well, we're not supposed to be talking in public like this, but now that you've made such a forceful scene, what am I to do against your brutish nature? I could turn this into a song lyric.
I feel this feels so weird because it feels like
welcome to my world.
I'm watching like half of a porn right now. I don't fucking know.
No, this is what? Actually, what the fuck? Sorry.
Welcome to access something he will later regret.
Maybe I don't know.
12.
I'm gonna walk away for a bit.
I'm sorry. That threw me
Claymore's
off.
the only person in the
I'm gonna
scene,
be
so.
honest. I was gonna say something, but that threw me off.
Well, Claymore's the other guy at the scene, so here we are.
So here we are.
Imagining QR, by the way, probably has kind of like a, not no, a little severe, bob haircut, kind of a darkish smoke kind of color. Designer sunglasses that she's wearing, even though we're indoors, because everything is AR. Yeah, she asked you basically like, "What do you want?" but in like a classy way.
Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking. I basically want to ask her relations to both Allegro and Theo, and how she felt about the relationship between them.
Okay.
Like,
I mean, okay. So, I guess I'll ask clarifying questions here as you're asking these questions, because again, there's not really a simple move for like persuasion per se. Are you like studying her? You watching her?
Oh no, I'm definitely
looking
looking for any sort of tells or things that she might be lying.
Okay, so roll assess, please. You are closely studying a person.
Yes.
And the situation is slightly charged because there's 2 guys unconscious on the floor. So you start asking her that stuff. You said like what would you think about Theo, and she
have eyes,
she starts to respond like.
So
what kind of tags do you have on your eyes and ears? If you want to roll synth for this.
I have wide range on ears and light magnification on eyes. Otherwise, they're encrypted.
Yeah, no, that's probably not anything directly related. If you had like thermographic eyes, you could probably like see her body heat change. But no. Actually, I don't know. It depends on if you want to use synth anyway, because it's an option. If it's better than your edge. But wide range could work. You might be able to hear some subtle sounds that you can't normally hear.
I'll go with that.
Okay.
But that means 11.
Okay, so hold 3. You can ask him whenever you like. So, you start off and she's like, well, normally this sort of thing would come out in the trial, I've been told by my lawyers. But since you asked so nicely, just wine sip. Theo. Oh, the poor darling boy. It never would have worked out between us. He and Allegro were practically made for each other, almost like in a factory. It's so incredibly obvious, isn't it? You know what I'm talking about, right? At least I assume so, since you are coming to his defense. Oh, by the way, did you collect your suit first, or are you just Claymore?
No, I collected my suit first.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That would have been at the hotel when we got there.
Nice. Yeah, so, she, says that, like I said, anytime you want to interrupt with a hold, go for it.
But, sorry, let me pull up the assess real quick here.
Yeah. So she kind of says, it was, it was just a couple of meetings between me and him, and, we felt some stuff out. Unfortunately, he learned to kiss from a skill chip, too.
Oof.
But,
Oof.
it, wasn't really
I like her.
Optics,
I would like to know where I could gain the most advantage. Like, I know I'm doing, like, I did not realize this when we started, but I guess I am really realizing I'm doing kind of a social faux pas. But I think the only person who really would know that I'm, like, maybe on her defensive side are her 2 guards, probably, and her.
Yeah.
And these guys are muscle. They ain't gotta talk about shit.
Yeah.
So.
Gain the most advantage.
Yeah.
I will say, it kind of depends on your angle. If you are trying to figure out that, like, if she did it, then that would probably be like, you'd probably want to lead questions with like, towards like something that would have some kind of tell that she, murdered her alleged best friend or something. If you're just trying to complete the job, I guess, and get Theo off, gain your most advantage would it's going to be hard for you, Claymore. And though admittedly, she doesn't seem too pissed off that you just laid out her 2 security guards.
Hey, it was a show.
They're paid for that.
You didn't ruin her food.
But like, if you can like actually make it seem like you're not on her side per se, but like, make yourself appear, friendly, helpful, like, cooperating with you is a good idea for her. career.
I was just thinking
Claymore?
about that.
She doesn't really give a shit about her. Like, in this moment, she's not, like, intimidated by you at all, because you haven't made any overt moves to make her intimidated, and her normal state of being is not giving a fuck. So, you know, at the moment, she doesn't really, like, care about her, like, personal safety. She doesn't feel threatened. She's always out for the career.
Well,
Claymore?
what?
Just to... would you be able to... Because Metatron would have asked you before you left, but would you be able to record this?
No, I don't have any recording on me.
Damn it. Okay.
I believe Claymore does have cybercom, so if he
do.
wanted to fucking pip some of you guys in, he could, but I believe we've pretty firmly established that Claymore is trying to fly solo on this.
No, that's fine. I just... No, he can remember it well enough. I'll ask him when he gets back.
Yeah.
All right. So, I'll avoid fully role playing it out, but Claymore will start, like, you know, mentioning how, you know, this is a potentially very big tribal, very high profile. Those that are seen in it will have, you know, markedly more interest on the trends and what stuff, and, you know, depending on how things play up, certain key players in said trials will probably get a lot of attention, and, you know, he's gonna lean on the attention part of that.
Yes. And she's kind of like, oh, of course, why do you think I decided to go to be a witness and not protest? But she does kind of, like, lean forward. She gets a little interested, you know. So, obviously, you're asking me the base questions. But, you know, what's your angle here?
Well, Claymore will go on to basically say that his key interest is like, we genuinely do believe that Theo did not murder Allegra, and, you know, from her own words, seems highly unlikely in the first place. And we do believe we have a very, like, this is Claymore bluffing a little bit, but a very strong defense to that, so that if we could, you know, ask for her support in that in that endeavor. I'm not gonna tell, like, to basically lie or anything, just, you know, maybe, you know, turn on a little, like, a bit of the waterworks for the couple, like, this never, like, you know, Theo never could have done it. They were, you know, factory made for each other almost.
You'd probably be, like, pessimistic about it. It would be like,
The what?
You couldn't have done it if you tried.
It's like, once the results of the trials, it's like, you know, you'll be the one law that is like the one who knew it all along. You'll have plenty of material for new works. You know,
you're almost talking like I should maybe fire my current agent and hire you. I don't think the group's writers don't usually write storylines this good. Takes another hit of her wine. You know, calls for a waiter to bring more wine. Oh, did you want anything?
Is she being genuine? Oh,
this woman is a career celebrity. Is she being genuine? I mean, unless you want to, like, pop a hold on that somehow. Genuine is probably a lot, but, like, she's fucking with you. But also, if you said something, she probably wouldn't be like, I was just kidding. You know, it's all part of her song and dance.
How do I'm trying to think of the best way to dance.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do I want to play a bit more hard to get, or act like I'm falling for it?
I mean, you could always you rolled pretty well, so you could pitch another hold if you want to, like, get an angle. There's a few questions here that could be good.
Let's see here. I'm thinking, how is Ms. QR vulnerable to me?
Entirely in the ego. Like, she's pretty well off. She's represented by the group. The group did threaten to put you in a hole in the ground if you go against them. So, you know, you, like, dangling her off a balcony Batman style is probably going to get you a one-way trip to town.
All right.
You're gonna have goofed your last troop if you do that, my friend.
All right.
I hate.
So, but if you appeal to her ego, that is what she cares about very clearly. I mean, she's sitting alone, eating fancy dinners and sipping wine, whereas Theo is fucking falling apart in a hotel room somewhere. So she's not that busted up.
No, this woman's career in her own way, and probably a little bit more cutthroat than Theo is. Oh,
Yeah.
Her fingernails are literally chrome. You're watching them.
Then I will gently. Claymore will gently decline, and he'll crack a joke about, not being worthy to have such thing touch his lips.
It is quite expensive. But yes,
all right,
poor Allegra, poor Theo. Double poor Allegra. Now she'll never know her last album went double platinum.
Huh.
I have a great way to...
Yeah, but you're not here. You guys should have been more raring to go.
I know.
No,
You guys could have been an even more awkward dinner scene with all 5 of you sitting around.
Omega, I'm glad I didn't go, because I have something in the future that's going to... This works into what I'm cooking up.
Okay.
I had nothing to add, really.
But yeah, so she's like, well, Fletcher will give you everywhere, but all right. I suppose Allegra and I were quite close. We were actually friends, It wasn't just an affect for the camera. Otherwise, it would have been so much better coordinated. Ugh. But, they'll ask me some questions, and I'll tell them no lies. But I'm sure I can play it up. I've done a little bit of acting. I prefer the stage, though. Song, dance. Why don't you check out my latest album? What the fuck would be a QR album be called? It's not already an album name. Fuck. Insert something witty here later.
Bitrate Fever.
Pretty good one.
Look, I know a lot of album names. I don't know if that's not already an album name.
Subspace Oasis.
Yeah.
Right.
What do I notice despite an effort to conceal it?
I think the one that makes the most sense from the angle here is, so obviously outwardly she's not very cut up about it, but I think you can tell after talking to her a little, she's a little cut up about it, which is not her image. Like, to the public, obviously QR is supposed, she literally changed her legal name to a QR code that displays her face. So, like, obviously she is supposed to be, all narcissism, ego, bad bitch, girl boss, gatekeep, gaslight energy. But
all the G's.
She's not lying when she says she was genuinely friends with Allegro. So
it might not have been the best and healthiest relationship, but there was friendship.
No, they were also technically competition. Like, they were both music acts in the same genre, but what, for Princess?
Mm-hmm.
They would have had to call you to set up the meet, so yeah, probably.
Yeah, I need to.
But yeah. So yeah. So QR seems a little upset about the death. I'm gonna say that probably pushes it less likely that she's the real culprit, but not entirely out of the question. She could also be guilty that she did the deed herself. I don't know yet.
I don't know. I'll keep that in mind.
But we're developing the theory.
Yep. But Claymore will. I don't think she seems genuine about this.
Keep in mind, if you act on these answers, you do have a +1 forward if you wanted to attempt something more fast talking, to be like, promises, lies, or bluster. Just be like, everything will be fine. You did already bluff about the defense being good.
Yeah, I did. Well, I'll ask you guys. Like, I know you're not actually here, but do you have any ideas of what you would ask her? Claymore's kind of flying by the seat of his pants, really. Claymore knows how to be, calm and polite, but diplomacy is not like his major thing.
Honestly, all I really need at this point is the number of her publicist.
Unless she can actually like confirm where she was during the time of the killing.
I mean, you would probably actually. I don't know if the prosecution wasn't looking at it as a subject. They might have an alibi, but you could ask her about that. Sure. Probably want to pitch that a little more politely than "Yo, what's your alibi, girl?" But or don't. You're Claymore.
I am Claymore. I'm trying to think of like.
That's just the only thing I could think of. So that's just the only thing I could think of to ask her more. If anyone else,
I'm trying to
has
think
any
if that's
ideas,
something
I
I
don't know.
would actually ask. It's like honestly, I don't like personally. I don't imagine a fucking pop star like going off the grid, like off like at the same time a murder did. So I'm assuming that I'm gonna assume that she has a probably airtight alibi whether she did it or not.
No, yeah, like I'll be this. It like if she's a public figure, and she didn't have an alibi, she'd probably be Mouse probably would have tried to position her as the
somebody would have already been like, and where was QR, Allegra's best friend at this very moment?
No. But no, I will do a little bit of self-promotion.
Razor blade hand jobs to narco terrorists.
Jesus.
The fuck?
But Claymore will, reach into, his coat. He's gonna pull out his own business card. He has business cards now. Don't ask why. And he will.
I feel like this has come up before, but go for it.
He will slide. He will put it on the table and just kind of slide it to halfway across the table, and it's just like.
Yep.
He will not like actually hand it to her because he knows how this works. He knows how this works. And he'll get up. It's true. Get up. It's all like, Val, it's been a pleasure speaking to you. I was like, there is my card if you ever need security services of your own. And I will look at the two, knocked out guards.
She'll pick it up and tuck it into a handbag and be like, how are you on starting riots? I love a killer mosh pit.
It's all like, just give me a place, time, and a place.
Excellent. Well, I would prefer if it was not here and not right now. So perhaps before somebody asks questions, the maitre d' is already very concerned about my unconscious gentleman here.
Indeed. I bid you a good... What time is it? Good afternoon.
Yeah.
And he will... I will not run! I will walk purposefully.
She does the, two-finger blow a kiss, turn into a little wave thing, very, very extra cutesy at you, and you just kind of stride with purpose.
Mm-hmm.
That was hilarious.
The Claymore shuffle.
No, the Claymore shuffle is when Claymore...
That's what bodies explode in the distance.
Yeah.
No, I just imagine the maitre d' walks up to Claymore and he just pie faces him on the way out.
Just no.
It's like, I don't care.
It's like, so you can't... No, just grab him by the face. Nope.
No.
No talkie.
Mush.
I wish you could see the face motion. Just grabbing someone's face and just pushing them away.
Yeah.
Just no.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's probably now a couple of nervous-looking bus boys who are trying to figure out what the fuck they're gonna do about these giant slabs of man meat that are unconscious on their floor.
They weren't.
That one is basically as exactly as I expected. I had to punch someone, and I gave a pop star my business card.
Will you tell us about that interview?
Oh yeah, no. On the way down, I will ring up everybody.
Okay. I am going to, after Claymore debriefs me about basically her personality type, I am going to call up Princess.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, because I need to ask permission to do something.
Sure.
Because you guys said I needed to be better about that, so I'm going to do that first.
I think we'll cut back to that because while Claymore has been hitting the streets and pounding the pavement, I believe our team of investigators has been going to Suimon Temple.
Yeah, because I'd like to do some visual calculus on this crime.
Visual calculus? Okay. That sounds terrifying.
He does have a robot eye. So, Suimon Temple. is, like I said, it's a slightly skeezy but still upscale hotel. It is similar to Nakamura, but obviously the Nakamura hotel is very nice, very, very like properly upper scale, full facilities, all that stuff. Like I said, the Suimon Temple is also a neo imperial like style building, Nipponese, very blue themed. But again, all about privacy. Like you guys go into the lobby. The lobby is for a ostensibly nice hotel, very compact. Very direct. The front desk is like very minimal. There's a single receptionist behind it. There's like no obvious cameras in the front lobby and etc. There's a couple of private elevators in the back. All very silent, very direct. So what do you? Are you guys just gonna, bust up to the 4th floor like you own the place, or what? What are you doing?
Wolf's gonna start casing the joint.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you
I'll
roll
let
something for that.
I'll let
Go
my
for that.
good friend scope it out.
So yeah, I'll be checking the outside, seeing, just looking for any like glaring security holes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'll be assessing the actual room.
I think Squirrel just go up like he owns the place.
You're courier, or you're doing something. So Odin, as you're chilling in the lobby, Squirrel just blows by you and hits the elevator button.
I might as well join him then, I guess.
So you guys go up to 4th floor. All right. So roll edge on case the joint, Mr. Wolf.
All right. That is 8 on dice. That's edge. That is a 9.
9 total.
9 total. It's
Okay.
edge, right? Yeah, it is edge.
Yeah.
All right, so 9 total.
Right. You gain an intel, and you can spend this intel in the normal way, or to ask a assess or research question, as you are casing the joint.
Yes. Well, I'll use the research question. How secure is the hotel?
So the hotel is pretty secure. It is, again, like I said, privacy oriented. If they have like balconies, they are that kind of, I don't know how to describe this style, but like it's not like big wide open balconies. They're very small and compact, and they're kind of like enclosed because the balcony of the room like right above is like forms a ceiling over that balcony, right?
Yeah, I kind of get. Yeah.
So like everything is smaller space, tighter focus. All of the windows are like polarized and have probably like drone interference type stuff running through them that should block some cameras. They're supposed to be like thermal absorbing, etc. So you can't just like wave an IR camera and see inside, kind of a thing. There's the reception desk. There's the elevators up. There's multiple back entrances. To parking garages, loading docks, etc. There's a back exit to the lobby. There's a helipad, obviously, on top that they have a private flying bus or helicopter service to. The main thing you would say about the security is they don't appear to have a lot of physical security. They are very private. Obviously, the doors are secured. You probably wouldn't want to scale the outside of this building, but you could probably do it. But there's no like guards or bouncers. You remember hotel security's mentioned in the story, so they probably have some guys on staff in case there's a problem. But there is no, squad of ninjas that are going to come boiling out of the room if you cause problems.
Not even like drones or anything like that, or
they might have some drones, but they are probably pretty low-level policing drones. That would be, non-lethal stuff for the most part. So, they try to not make a scene, and that means that, like I said, very private, very hard to like analyze with sensors, etc. But also not really likely to like be able to tackle like a serious threat. Like if you needed to assassinate somebody in this building, for instance, you could probably do it.
Yeah,
if
that's
you had
kind of
prior
what.
knowledge of where they were based.
You could also pretend to be a busboy and probably quietly get them too.
All right, that's all for now.
Okay.
I'll pass it to the other two who are going up to the room.
Yeah. So you continue to wander around. All right, you guys bundle up to the 4th floor.
So it's been like a month and a half or so since the crime, so I assume it's been
It's
cleaned
been a
up
couple
by
weeks,
now.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Were any of the crime scene photos public, or is that still private?
I mean, that's all private. That's
Okay.
evidence, but you guys have access to evidence, so.
All right. So I'm
Yeah.
going to let's see. As I guess I want to, as I'm looking at the room, my normal eye.
Well,
and then
okay. The room. How are you getting access to the room? There is
right,
a door.
Yes.
And you guys just walked in here, so you do not have hotel keys.
Right.
I guess the first thing to check is anyone in the room?
You knock. You maybe ring the doorbell. No, it doesn't appear to be occupied.
All right, cool.
Sitting in the room is Allegro. Ooh. No.
Ah. Check core.
Time just to shimmy this open.
I mean, I think one of you might have a tool for that.
I do.
Yeah.
I'll just do is like I wouldn't just keep an eye out.
I always do.
Tool hands.
I roll cool for this, I believe. And I have a tool hand that gives me a +1. I'm double check my
Bypass.
sheet.
Yes, when you attempt to subvert security measures, roll cool.
Can I roll help?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, if you want to assist, I think you can. Yes, you take +1 forward on a bypass, Marth.
Yeah, I have that implant tools. Yep. So
Yeah, so roll your links with Squirrel.
One on. That's an 8, so it gets a plus. We're rolling this together.
Okay.
yep. Okay, so that's gonna be +4. That is 11.
Okay, that is. Pass. Oh, yep. You successfully bypass, and you gain insight into the facility security. Gain intel.
Okay.
Bypass a hacker move or a tech move?
Tech move is bypass.
Tech move.
Yeah, so just Squirrel rolls out his hand, pops open into some lockpicks, and just kind of unsecured, slides open.
Okay.
So the room is, again, very compact. There's a tiny little balcony out there. There is a bed on one side. There's a little table for like private dining on another side. There's no kitchenette or anything. It's only room service. And then there is a, turn a corner, walk into a bathroom. What do you do? What are you doing?
All right. Going to, I guess, simply just, try to case the room.
I'm gonna just look around, see if there's anything fine. Compare it to, I guess, some of the evidence we have.
All right, you're gonna study a place. Roll edge. Roll assess. Both of you.
I don't think it's
Okay.
tactical, so just.
This is plus.
I mean, you guys might have different questions, so.
+2.
Unless one of you is explicitly helping the other, I think you guys are just both looking at the room.
Okay, so I got boxcars.
Nice.
So that's 14.
All right, hold 3.
Okay.
I got 12 total.
Also hold 3. All right.
Okay.
Shockingly, you can't actually ask all the questions on the list between the two of you, technically.
Yeah, there's like so many. There is
8, I believe.
Yeah, 8.
Do I go first?
Yeah, sure. Okay, what do I notice despite an effort to conceal it?
Okay. Ooh, do I want to go big here? How long have we been doing this? How long has this been going on?
2 hours.
For like 2 hours. You guys still don't have haven't worked out that second step of the plan for the defense. I think we can go a little big. So you're wandering around, you're looking around. You obviously have your tech tools, You notice there's a very high up, very tiny vent cover. So you reach and you notice this slightly skew if.
Skew. Yeah. I'll check that.
All right. So inside, you are able to see a little loop of shimmering monofilament on 2 little stud handles. Oh yeah, and some blood. There's a lot of blood in there.
Oh, like a wave Odin over is like, I believe we found the possible murder weapon.
Maybe let's see. Mentally checking laws about it. Maybe I should just take pictures and report this because I don't think us only knowing it, us finding. Actually, no. The last question is how we found it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you report it, BCPD is going to come down here and take it, and they're going to get all the crack at it, and you're going to have to wait until
True. So I
their
basically
apparatus is done to get any evidence out of it.
Right.
I'm gonna take pictures of its placement before we touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you've got a holophone.
I also have it. Have
Yeah, what's
recording in my
what's
eye.
the
Oh, you
what's
got
the,
recording equipment. Okay.
what's the procedure like?
I mean, you guys are technically working for the defense, so you're part of the investigation. You should report it, but you could probably, if you had your own equipment for it, you could probably bag and tag it and then submit it as evidence. Hey, we found this.
Can I use the gear to be that I have the evidence kit with me?
Yeah, that'd be a good gear spend. to have an
Yeah.
evidence
I mean, I feel
collection
like
kit.
that's something that the guy would have
Not
slipped
to
you.
suggest that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, here.
So you have
this
some crime scene tape. You have some sealable bags with the little notepads, the little boxes, and of course this is the future, so everything can be like RFID tagged, so it can know exactly when you sealed it.
Hmm.
All right. So let's, I guess, pictures. Take it out. Take pictures. Bag it.
All right, you have X1 bloody garrote.
Okay.
All right. I assume the blood's very dry by now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Very dry.
it's dried, but the little vent does in fact smell a little bit like blood.
Ah,
And
When
needs
last time
to-
they cleaned it? 'Cause it's like I guess you don't clean the vents.
yeah. Well,
I mean, it looks like the room has been cleaned since then because there's no sign of blood or corpse stink or anything, any spilled wine, whatever. There are probably footprints of a
Are
bajillion
they?
paparazzi.
I guess I have a question about the windows. Are they like one-way darkened windows?
Yeah, they're all that same polarized. They should be thermographically shielded and ideally insulated against drone cameras.
I assume they don't open normally either.
No, there's a balcony, so they slide open.
Okay. I guess it's worth just checking the balcony if there's any like notches of anyone like jumped down or climbed in.
Well, you guys still have shitloads of hold, so
True.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, that that thing about checking if there's any way in is a question on
Best-
assess.
Is it what's the best way in or out? Or I guess best. Yeah.
well, so I mean, it is still it's phrased as my best way in, but that makes sense. You're gonna phrase it in your way. So, what's your best way into this room? Honestly, probably the door you came from. These balconies are very compact. Obviously, that makes it easier to climb because you can like fiddle with them, finagle them. You know, there's plenty of purchase for rappelling lines, but you are technically downtown and Bayside. Somebody would probably notice.
How many floors does this building have?
We also know that there was a paparazzi watching, so
Yes.
Yeah.
There is it's a moderately compact hotel. It's probably like 6 or 7 stories.
I'm just curious how. I probably should more phrase this like how close to the roof are we? But yeah.
You're on floor 4, so
Yeah.
median, middle of the building.
So if they went down from the roof downward, it wouldn't be that hard, but it'd probably be more
There
obvious.
is
so-
probably like roof access stairwells and stuff because this hotel is full of like back ways and escape ways and other little shenanigans.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure they've got some of these corridors are like trick corridors. They can like throw out dividers so people won't actually access certain parts of the hotel from certain hallways.
Probably there's a bunch of good places for someone to hide and waiting.
Yeah, but yes, technically your best way in would probably just be to do what you did, which is just walk in like you belong here because the
They don't ask
staff of the
questions.
hotel don't ask questions and then just break in.
Yeah.
I know that's not the most productive answer to say. What's my best way in? Well, you already did it, but it's
I
true.
mean, it more just proves a thing.
Yeah.
Which means, I guess one thing we can't outright answer from here is just because there's no cameras, there's no way to check if anyone was just waiting. So
Yeah, I mean, I put forward an option that somebody could raid the hotel matrix, but
Yeah.
neither of you can do that.
no.
Yeah. Let's see here.
I mean, I had an
So,
idea kind of about that,
Charles.
but that involved me intimidating the staff. So
Holding a staff member over the roof.
I
yeah.
phrased it as neither because I was speaking to the two men in the room.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
What do okay, I already got those 2 questions. Here. Just looking at the list.
Yeah. There's plenty of
Uh,
good ones on there, but pretty good one. And you
Yeah.
guys can have. I know that we're not all in communication, but even Claymore asked around. So if you guys want to take suggestions as well.
Yeah, suggestions.
Yeah,
because
sure.
Some of these I'm not sure they'd actually like benefit anything.
Some of these seem like straightforward ones
Yeah.
already.
I mean, you do get the +1 forward, so sometimes it's worth it to ask a question you already know the answer to.
Okay, so I guess the good one would be what potential complication do I need to be wary of?
And I guess in reference to the case.
I mean, no, it's about the room
Yeah.
because you study a specific thing when you roll assess. But yeah, so in version of the room, what complication do you need to be wary of? Let's see. What is the most complex thing? I had an obvious answer, but I think that one actually is not. It's really not helpful to just be like, well, the complication you need to be wary of is now you found the murder weapon and are holding it in your pocket.
Yeah, that's
that's-
the one
that's-
I thought of.
That's too on the nose.
Yeah, it's like
No, I think a better complication is, I mean, it's just this. I think it's a little bit of a repeat, but the simple one is just, you guys still aren't aware of how the paparazzo knew to look in this room and how they actually allegedly looked in this room, because the like sliding doors on the balcony and the windows are supposed to prevent most kinds of visual sensor penetration.
And
So
I assume he
there
released a bunch of those photos.
Oh.
could be like a. I mean, he released the famous photo that was the impetus, but
Yeah.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I have no doubt that somebody named Grant Access took some very scummy photographs of the crime scene right away. That would be so incredibly illegal to release.
My question is more of, were they photos look like they were taken from inside the room or outside the room?
I mean, the photo of them with the like I said, there's a photo of them kissing. That's what he got. That's from outside. That's the drone.
Okay.
Okay.
It was meant to be a long range. No, if that is your question of was there like a spy drone in the room? No.
Okay.
That was never in question. Sorry.
There's like
Okay.
hidden cameras and shit.
Let's see here.
No, it was a long range drone, probably flying or maybe a rooftop.
Okay. How do you know that? So, Okay, I guess the good one is like, how can I avoid trouble or hide here?
Avoid trouble here?
Well, I guess, how do I hide?
Oh, hide. Okay, that is a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, so you decide to do the normal stuff. You're turning down some stuff. You could roll under the bed. You're pretty sure that wouldn't be cased in an immediate spot, and there's big, floofy, comfy beds. There is a walk-in closet, area. You check in. There is a bathroom. The bathroom is also like double privacy screened. So there's a tub and a shower cubicle and stuff. There's a linen closet. Depending on who you're thinking would be hiding, like for instance, somebody, QR's size could have just, dove into the bathtub. And so long as nobody looked in there right away, could have gotten out. A professional hitman, you don't know how they are, so they could like, crunch up in the ceiling of the walk-in closet, like a bat or something.
Right.
I guess, and also I was just looking at the hallways because it's like I think the hitman
Haven't
was like
done that in a while.
walk through the door,
Yeah.
tase one guy, go out the other, leave in your basically I assume your worker disguise, go into the alcoves of the hallways, change, leave.
Possibly, but the question was about hiding.
True.
Yeah.
If you want to ask some other stuff,
Yeah, I already asked all
I'm not sure,
three
like, because I
mine.
guess like that theory. I'm not sure about like there are any questions to like clarify that working at all.
I mean, so technically you asked best way in. I think you can do that again to be like, what's my best way out?
Yeah, what's best way out if I was a career killer, essentially?
I mean, your best way out is probably the same as him, much like it was your best way in. Like, yes, if you want to be fast and you want it to be obvious, the Claymore exit strategy is just
Jump out the window.
yeah, you have a clip-on rappel, you just dive out of the balcony and fucking go. You drop to street level and you run the fuck away. But you're Odin. You're probably a little more subtle than that, a little more strategic than that. I mentioned earlier there are sometimes privacy dividers for hallways. All the elevators are like very small and compact. There's extra exits and entrances in there. So the easiest way would just be, I probably would be like what you theorized, just, you know, do your business and then pop back out the door and then just be somewhere else when the stampede comes. That's a little tight on the timing, but certainly the way this hotel, again, like I said, everything is meant to be small, compact, private. There's probably plenty of little alcoves and hiding spaces in these hallways. If you want to go like look back out in the hallway and study it, you know, there's little niches with big potted plants and shit. There's, you know, security grates.
I guess
and
the
walls you
weirdest
can
thing
throw up.
is, if I want to cement it to being like it was someone hired, it would have to be, I have to find like a discrepancy, I guess, in their employee registry, but I don't think.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, we
Maybe
don't
a
actually have to
couple
prove
solutions. You guys
who
can shop
did it.
that
We
out
just
there.
have to
Yeah.
make
True.
the reasonable doubt that, you know, we like our only real, like, I know like in Ace Attorney we go super fucking hard on the truth, but all we really need to do is convince people that, I forgot our client's name again.
Theo.
Theo. We have to just make people believe that Theo didn't do it.
Because the
And
thing is,
It just
Strictly
no
speaking,
no one
the
else
only
is,
actual 12 people you have to convince is the jury.
Yeah.
yeah, no one else is on trial.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
even if we find the killer, that doesn't, we don't.
It's more related
it
to
doesn't
the
matter.
killer.
But
It just
now,
had to be
admittedly,
killer.
if you do get to do the Ace Attorney thing where you find the real killer
will
and
help
make
the
them
social
break down
side
on
of
the
it.
stand, that would mean like they get arrested and the judges immediately like, okay, we're gonna the trial is clearly incorrect. Jury, do you think this guy's guilty? Okay, we're done.
Realistically, the judge would just
Yeah, no.
declare
That's
a
what we're thinking
mistrial
about.
and
We're also
dismiss.
trying to
Judge
do.
would be like,
We're
yeah,
doing a
no,
company that wants
mistrial,
to
no,
also
like, fuck
socially be good.
Like, cause like, fun fact, you guys technically have the murder weapon. If you guys don't submit that, well, guess what? There's no fucking murder weapon. How the fuck this shit happen?
Well, true. If we, but I'm
Yeah.
saying
But
murder might works in our favor because I don't think he could ever use this thing.
again,
actually, no, he could easily use
Yeah,
this.
no,
This is a
okay.
garage
Yeah.
wire.
it's
that's
garage.
modified.
It's
No.
really, it's
Okay,
really
guys.
what we need to do is you need to check that thing for prints.
yes.
True, because
Because if it
I
has
will also
prints
ask,
that aren't
answer,
Theo's,
Answer
then
Lucky's question
yes,
in chat.
submit
No,
it.
he would not have a SimSense recorder. He was not. He was a TV and movie actor. So
Okay.
And I'll be honest, if it doesn't have prints on it, you
That
might
more
want to
says
just
something.
chuck it into the Bay Area.
that would probably. Yeah, none of you is.
Yes, that is
so-
illegal. No, that is 100%
No,
illegal.
that's very illegal. No, I'm saying like, how would you dust for fingerprints? That would probably mean you guys would need to hit the street for a contact, or I guess you would need to go to the right. Dust your database. That might be research, comparing fingerprints or looking for them. But it has to actually that has to really research has to relate to a question. Yeah.
I mean, the only person we need to really check up against is Theo's. Is see A, if it has fingerprints, and B, if they're Theo's or not.
Yeah.
We don't need to go
True.
against.
Because if
I
it
could
if
declare
it
contact
doesn't
being, I
have
just actually.
if it doesn't have prints, we should just destroy it.
Well, you guys can debate that question
I think if it doesn't have print, it actually
later.
says something. 'cause he
That's
was
all your
reports.
questions for the room, right? Everybody
think so,
can get
yeah.
all your hold question. Okay. Anything else you want to do in the room, or do we need to fucking reconvene?
Yeah, I think,
No, I think it's more just to. It's more just we want to see if there was find any proof there was someone there, just to have proof that there was someone else there.
I mean, the room has been, like I said, cleaned and effectively put back together. The garrote seems a little obvious.
yeah.
Actually, there's another test I could put forward on that one that might be good to do. But anyway, none of you is a Metatech either.
Yeah.
I should probably contact of someone that actually also get blood testing too.
For into blood testing.
Yes,
yeah.
that's it. Like you should. That's another thing you should do. You should double check that the blood is even Allegra's.
I should probably just get. I should
Because
probably
if it's just like a cat's blood, other than the fact that you need to find that
Right.
guy and put him in the ground, like that means that it's fake.
Right.
I am totally willing to fucking spend my contact of having a forensic investigator in the
Yeah,
local
I'm
fucking.
spending-
lucky. I
yeah.
wanted to do that too, actually.
Yeah.
Then just fucking do it, X.
I was
Well,
okay.
He was talking about that,
Yeah.
but yeah, he mentioned it. But no, technically, yeah, that's just hit a contact. It's just the question
Yeah.
of right now. I think is, do you guys have any other questions you want to hit up about the room right this second?
Not for the room, or just if,
And does does Wolf have anything else about the hotel he wants to hit? Because he's still.
I did have one
Obviously,
question.
the
So,
business.
in the evidence that we were presented, was there like any sort of evidence from the hotel itself, or is it just like the evidence of the investigators?
Yes, there are probably crime scene photos like Odin has talked about using. There were probably like all of Allegra's personal effects that were collected. Honestly, all of Theo's personal effects would be like his clothes and shit would be taken as evidence. You know, he would have been swabbed out and stuff. They probably took samples of everything, and there is probably a very extensive list of like fingerprints, DNA, and shoe prints of every motherfucker who crowded into that hotel room right away, because that elimination prints are a thing, and it's very tedious, and I'm sure nobody enjoyed it. But yeah, so like you've got plenty of body of evidence. Like there's nothing directly indicating another person was present at the time of the crime. No forensic evidence that was discovered. But you have actual like evidence from the crime scene that would have been collected there.
All right. And so the hotel doesn't have like any cameras or any sort of like ID cards or anything like that.
Nope. They are about your privacy. The keys go to rooms. Obviously somebody would have had to pay for in a name, or just paid with cred. Cred is cryptographic, so.
Like the only tracking is to see if like any of the employees got weirdly displaced. Point.
I mean,
There is an employee on the witness list.
Mm-hmm. He is probably there.
Right, the blood. Right. The employee.
Right, Portner, the bellboy.
Yes.
The bellman.
Okay. So we got
I originally thought about making this character a roommate, but I decided a bellboy made more sense. I don't think we got time to call for a turn down service.
all right.
Yeah.
I got nothing then.
Right, got nothing either.
Probably if time. I think we might have just to talk to him. Maybe not though.
I mean, if he's going to be anywhere, he might be here. If you're already there, you might as well talk to him.
Might as well ask him a few questions then.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to one-on-one him, or like all three of you gonna appear?
I mean, you can pretend to be thugs. Like, what you know about that?
Yeah.
I don't know if Odin can pretend to be a thug. I think he dressed. Well, I mean, I guess a thug in the sense of like a Yakuza character thug. Like he could, dress his suit a little sloppy.
I mean, I could screw a silencer on in the background.
I mean, if you just say you're representing some corporate interest, and we got some very important questions for you about that night.
Yeah,
That's actually, I think that's fairly vague enough, so he can just draw his own fucking conclusions.
Yeah.
Squirrel could very much play a thug. He's been in the game before.
All right. Okay. Now the question is, I'm not going to make like a big deal out of it, but I do want to ask how you intend to find this guy. You would have a picture of him. Are you just going to like scan every employee in the hotel, or what? Hit up the front desk.
Sure, why not? Hit up the front desk.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly.
You pull out your phone. You display a little holographic picture. Hey, you seen this guy? Yes, that's Mr. Portner. He is a porter. It's funny how that works. Anyway.
Service industry humor.
You don't get much of
it. Yes, he is in today. Can I ask what this is about? Say no, they can't ask. Do it just this once.
I'm sorry, but you don't need to.
That's neat to know.
Okay. I will. You're not really threatening, or are you fast talking? No, I don't think you're actually trying to convince anybody of anything. You're just telling.
No,
me to
it's like
off.
I'm sorry, but that's
there's
not
no
important.
fuck off roll.
Yeah.
It's like I'm sorry, but you don't need to know.
Yeah, we got that. Okay. It's like, we do not normally divulge any information on our employees.
Someone
Kind
slip
of
him a bribe.
Thoughtful pause.
Let's see. I think it's just like tapping my fingers on the desk, and then there's just a crypto coin on the desk.
Okay. Yeah. Roll fast talk.
Okay.
I think that's appropriate. There's also no necessarily. Actually, I don't know. I mean, I'll put it to you this way: you could roll fast talk to like lowball them a little on a bribe, or you can actually just scratch off 1 cred, and I will just be like, yeah, I don't fucking care. You bribed him. You paid. What do you prefer?
I don't actually care about scratch. I'm fine scratching off a credit. I don't care.
Okay. So yeah, you tip them very heavily, and they're just like, of course, you'll find him in our employee lounge. Would you like to go to him, or should I call him?
Take him to. I insert room number here.
Okay.
So I put him in a room, so it's just separate.
It requires extra steps, though.
Fair enough. Let's just
Rooms, they're hotel rooms.
Fair enough.
Just pick one or the other.
You can bring him here.
All right. Just, eyes go unfocused for a second, clearly making a cybercom call. And then, a bellhop shows up. He is wearing a classical bellhop's uniform, but he does not have the silly little hat on.
Does this hotel have, like, those in the lobby, like those conference rooms?
No. Actually, yes. They would probably have some privacy suites, yeah.
Let's just go stand in those.
Yeah. He's like, yes, hello, I'm Brigham Portner. What can I help you with? You have some bags that need packing, good sirs.
I am an associate involving a matter you'll be involved with in, I think, about a week or so. And I would have a few questions involving that I would like you to.
Low blink. Very well, sir. He turns to the receptionist to be saved. The receptionist is very busy doing something on their desk. Any other emphasis or greasing the wheels you want to do on this guy, or are you guys just going to shuffle off to the conference room and wait for him to awkwardly follow?
Someone should just put their arms around him and make sure he can't run away.
I was
Squirrel will put arm around him and is like, come with us.
I'll get you a drink.
Yes.
What flavor do you like?
Bullying.
Wolf, where are you in this, by the way?
I'm just keeping a watch by the door, make sure we don't have any company.
Sitting by the door. Smoking?
Yep. No, Wolf doesn't smoke.
Okay.
I was with you sitting already in the conference room chair.
Nah, he's eyeballing.
But,
All right.
I get him.
No,
a
Claymore's
soda
there. He
or-
spins around. Oh, I see if you arrived.
No, you're busy standing at an alley punching a paparazzi.
Yes.
I know what's happening.
I was worried about you holding him by the leg over a rooftop, but
actually, that's true. I don't know if we've decided we're gonna Batman. Swear to me. Swear to Claymore.
you should have done it.
Where are the drones going?
I'm just gonna strap him to the front of a car and just do a high-speed chase.
That might get him. That might rip something off.
Just throw him on the back of a bike and keel haul him on the highway.
Mm-hmm.
That would actually probably be really bad. It is established that actual real roads are those are artificial carbonado black diamond, so they don't ever go anywhere.
I'm just gonna put this in my little black book of things I could do to people that they don't want to do to them, so they should.
It's like that thing in St. Rose 2, but even fucking worse.
It's the carbonado blacktop TM.
So you don't ever have to pay. So you have to repair them. But I get him a drink. I get him a drink. I assume he told me what he'd like. To be really nice about.
Yeah, sure. He's a basic bitch. He wants a Kirade laser lemon.
Ooh, laser lemon. He likes it sour.
I'm more enjoying the lime, but
feel the citrus. By the way, so if people haven't been reading all my details, Kirade is a Japanese-inspired soda brand. So like all of the advertising and detail work and stuff in the branding is like big over-the-top energy. There's definitely a giant robot literally firing like yellow laser beams on the can.
Nice.
As you do.
I think I place it on, maybe, is there I don't think it can be coasters, so just place it in front of him.
Yeah, just
do a power move, just slam it in front of him.
Yeah, just slam him
Okay.
down.
All right, here you go. All right, so look at the door. Look, it's closed. So, I'd like to know what you'll be saying in trial a while from now.
The trial? I don't know about a trial. Collar pull. Adjust glasses.
You know, it's it's not. You don't have to be coy with me, right? You know what happens when people get coy with me.
Squirrel will just come over, slap his hand, does like Bert.
Okay. One of you
Scroll back
roll
up.
to play
Yeah.
hardball.
I'll play hardball because
and
I'm
the
trying
other
to be,
help.
Yeah. I'll help.
Okay.
What's my unique? Oh yeah, Odin's +2, so I roll +2 with this.
Tell me what you know.
Okay, that is 13.
What the
Okay.
fuck?
All right, so
+1.
my +3 to that would be a 12.
Okay. Yep. I feel like that was threatening violence that intended to carry through, and he's like, okay, the trial. Yeah, the murder trial. Pop star, Allegra. Yeah. Because
So
I
where'd you see that?
didn't know that was her name at the time, but yeah, it was I'm babbling. Okay. What do you want to know? What I'm going to say at the trial. I mean, they came. They took some overnight bags. I made sure to take them up to their floor and give them their key because we're very about privacy. They ordered some food, and I brought the tray up, and then we take the stuff back, and then we come back. So it's as simple as pie. Nervous sip.
Who? Were you the one that found the scene?
Oh no. So it was those dirty paparazzos, those dirty sludge users always looking around. Now, if I had my way, if the company would pay for those MMA classes, I would show them what for. I'd give them the old elbow, and the knee, elbow knee.
I'm just imaging Ace Attorney animations right now, and it's hilarious.
I'm sorry. I'm just imagining that every
time
time I hear "give him the elbow," just cut to Claymore just elbowing this guy. Give him the knee.
Maybe go for the thumbs in the eyes,
and then the bulldog, and then the throwing bulldog.
It'd just be like a.
Like I'm letting you guys know, there will be no diplomacy with Grand Access.
This guy will have broken glasses and a broken face.
It's like, what happened to you? And I'm just gonna there's just gonna be that meaningful look.
I found on some stairs. See, Dateline Grant Access.
I should have expected the stairs, but I didn't.
Ow, oof, my bones. That's the voice I'm using for this guy. See.
I image him having a fucking voice modulator, so it sounds like a 1920s dude.
Yes, I'm deliberately retro. Analog audio only. Grand Access. Look at my press hat. He does absolutely have. You haven't met Grand Access yet. He does absolutely have a flat cap.
I image you rip the. I hope you rip that hat in half as a show.
I'm not gonna rip a man's hat in half.
Okay.
A man's hat is his life.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, yes, we're busy. We're dealing with Brigham Porter, but he just says that he brought them their food. He took all their bags up. He made sure to escort them to their room because, according to him anyway, people are usually escorted to their rooms so that you don't wander around.
Makes sense.
Was anyone else working on that floor for the time?
Yeah. We got a couple of bellhops, got a couple of bellboys, got a couple of maids. Only the best at the Suimon Temple.
Who delivered the meal?
He did. He said that earlier.
Okay.
I know that's probably technically not what the bellhop does, but bellhops do some concierge duties. So
I do think they do sometimes handle some room service stuff. I think. I'm not sure.
I think for privacy's sake, they probably have the same person do it, so less people know.
Makes sense.
That would make sense. Yes. I swear, I didn't recognize any of them. We're not supposed to recognize anybody anyway. It's company policy.
Right. I guess you wouldn't know if anyone else was, new for that day or week.
New? No, I don't think so. So
Okay.
it's a question for my supervisor. Not for me. I just carry bags, sir. Never sip.
Ross, you guys have a suggestion? Because I'm thinking of what I want to ask.
Well,
typed-
maybe
I-
ask him if anyone slipped him money.
Oh yeah, let's see. So what has the paparazzi, I guess, done to you before? How it...
Done to me, nothing. I'm nobody. I'm a big reporter, just a normal guy. But we respect our clients' privacy here at the Suimon Temple. We are a guardianship, a castle of privacy. Okay. We've got privacy coming out our ears. And they're always here. They're always trying to track the clients when they come in on the cars, flying their annoying little drones around, trying to spot us coming out of the helipad with their fisheye lenses. Oh, I saw advertised in a Suzaku catalog a lens crazer. It's a little laser that automatically tracks lenses and etches them out. It's just a tiny little problem that with cyber eyes, it'll blind you. Now, I told corporate we should have gotten them, but they're like, no, we can't afford the liability. Because of a paparazzi's eye gets melted,
It only depends on how much they can pay for a suitcase.
I wouldn't do anything. I'm just a humble bellhop. Yes, he is deliberately pivoting between gross company loyalty and being, I'm a birthday boy. You wouldn't hit me.
Oh, I would definitely hit you because you're a birthday boy.
He knows that, but that's still his personality. He is a beaten down service employee. The only thing he has is the purposeful dedication to his uniform.
Did they put you in did they put you the 2 extra times the indoctrination course?
How could you tell, sir? Only the finest indoctrination goes here at Suimon Temple. No, he doesn't say that.
Or I mean, it would be. I guess it'd be sensitivity training. I guess would be the buzzword.
Probably it's probably what we call it these days. I did write in my notes about a blue star. Nobody calls it student debt anymore, but it's still real. So yeah,
it's just educative slavery.
No, they're educational contracts. No, nobody's asking if he's done anything weird. You could ask him about his opinion.
Yeah. Hey, have you seen anything or anyone strange?
Strange. I am contractually obligated not to say anything negative about our clients. He says that very mechanically, like he's reading from a script. But I don't know.
Remember, this is only between us. Your exact words will not be used against you. Only the feeling of it.
I think that's another. I mean, if you don't say the off with your face part, that's another fast talk. Promises, lies, or bluster.
Fair enough. Sure.
That's style, unless you have a.
I'm partially about a point. Style is cool, but whatever.
I mean, I think your only person who's really good at style is Metatron.
Where is Metatron right now?
Actually, can I change it from cool
he's
to
holed
style?
up in the base getting ready to do phone calls, but he needed to wait for you.
Could I change my advance from cool to style?
I feel like right now is a bad time.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, like you're obviously.
I was just thinking about it. It's like, wait, that's probably. I can
yeah,
but no, you picked cool as your advance. If you really want to take it back after the session is over, maybe.
I got a 7.
Okay. I love 7s. Someone will find out. Advance the appropriate countdown clock. The legwork clock is at 1800, by the way. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 segments left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, he's like, okay, off the record. You guys aren't taping or anything?
No reason to yet.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Everything seemed pretty normal. They were just, the two of them, they were just a, happy-go-lucky young couple. I don't really know how you can be happy or go lucky when you're hip deep in the media machine. But they seemed like it, mask off, no fooling, kind of a thing. Just minding their own business. They didn't really seem like nervous or anything. Like, I mean, between you and me, I don't think the prosecution's going to ask me about it, but I would have said, you know, Mr. Estevez didn't look like. Not that I knew his name at the time officially. I'd figure that out later because it was on the news.
I mean, of course.
But you know, he didn't look like a guy who was about to do murder. I guess that could fit with their theory about the skill wires thing that they're talking about on all the news sites. But also they're talking about it on the news sites, so it could be fake.
Or half informed, which is worse.
Yeah, I don't know. They seemed normal. I didn't really see any person out of place. I don't clean the rooms, so I don't really notice things out of place there. But you know, when they served their food, everything seemed perfectly normal. Everything was fine. You know, we got them they ordered, you know, surf and turf, steak and lobster. The real stuff, of course. The Suimon Temple only serves the most finest of homegrown organic foods. No vat clone lobster tails for us. You know, compliment. We left a bundle of roses. I don't know who specified that, but you know, it was part of the thing. It was a complimentary bottle of wine.
Out of character, I feel like the only question really is like, it feels like I'd have to ask the whole fucking system, and I feel like that's not worth it. So it's like,
Lucky loves his poison glasses.
I mean, that first case was pretty. I mean, the first case in Great Apes.
The question is like, I mean, you know, asking him about that.
I guess the way to I guess if the prosecution asks you, I guess in this case it's you doubt he had it in him.
I mean, he didn't seem like a guy who's going to kill anybody. Not that I've ever killed anyone before, so I wouldn't know, but you know.
I mean, of course you wouldn't.
And you wouldn't, right?
You shouldn't ask that.
Nervous sip, nervous sip. Somebody could have tampered with the food. I mean, it would have gone on a tray from the kitchen to here, so possibly. There's a handful of people he would have passed. He says he didn't remember anything suspicious from that night.
Okay.
Though his responses at this point probably, I'll give you this one for free without like an assess or anything. His responses at this point feel pretty steady. You're gonna guess that detectives probably ran him through his witness statement a couple of times.
Fair
and
enough.
obviously, because this isn't Ace Attorney, he would actually have made an affidavit that says what he saw. And you guys probably could have read. It matches up with that. But it is not impossible.
Yeah, it's like a poison or something. Like, this is, but something like a poison. Or just be thinking out loud, but not to him. It's just it'd be a poison, or it's like there was something that like triggered something of his chip to like cause like a nervous blackout.
You're really on this chip.
I mean, Dallas said he was gonna look into it.
True, Dallas did want to make sure we had the chip in evidence, and you have not yet
no,
skimmed it from Alan.
Yeah.
By the way, if the case does seem slightly unfocused, we are playing choose your own murder trial right now, and as you guys poke things, we're basically clicking things into place. So
yeah, I apologize for being slow, but I'm just like trying not to ask questions that he wouldn't have answered to that would just kind of play your head about that.
If there's nothing else, sirs, I need to get back to my duties, you know?
I hand him like
nervous sip.
I hand him some like nondescript cash to be like, have a good day.
Okay. You hand him a fistful of Pacifican dollars. P dollars.
Yeah. Just be like, buy yourself something nice.
Of course, sir. You probably don't pay him enough P dollars. He can actually buy himself something nice.
You can buy yourself a nice meal, but that's it.
He's about to go. You've paid him off. He's gonna walk out the door.
I guess yeah. What he's lying? I don't. What's he?
I feel like the moment's passed as I've been yelling
Fair
at
enough.
you guys.
Yeah, I think the moment's passed.
When you closely study a person, place, or situation, or size them up in a chart situation. No, I think we've left that moment. You are no longer closely studying him.
Yeah.
He has
The situation
scootled.
is no longer charged.
I said my bit that I walked away from my desk. So yeah.
All right. Okay. He
Got
goes
it.
back to his job. Yes, so technically, I think Metatron is next. Obviously, you've been working on things while these guys have been out and about hitting the streets, and also
Yes.
when Claymore's
Well, what
thing is done,
I'm
he gets
planning
back
on
to you with
doing
this
is
stuff.
going to take quite a while to set up, possibly even a number of days.
Yeah, sure.
The
So,
trial's not tomorrow, right?
Probably
We're
like
not
2
even
weeks.
attorney.
you have a few days before it's scheduled.
So I need to talk to the House of Mouse first because I need to ask permission.
Okay, and that's something you want to establish earlier. So you call up Princess. Princess is kind of like, yeah, what? You got a problem already?
No problem. Just wanted to ask permission on something. I know
Okay.
you said
No?
you don't want DWG involved with this in any official capacity, correct?
Yeah, kind of,
yeah.
sort of. Depends on how
Uh,
official capacity you're capacitating.
So I was planning on setting up a sort of tribute show / interview. But I wanted to do that through a third party that is not connected to DWG. Don't worry, it's not NUP.
Well,
It's SNS.
Well, if you can pull that off, sure.
I have some connections.
The Chrome Lady's pretty tight-lipped with the bandwidth, you know. But okay, if you can work.
It'll
that,
cost
I
me
mean,
an arm and a leg, but
hopefully not literally.
I can replace those.
I stare at my chromed arm. No.
Hypothetically.
No.
I mean, yeah, if you set something up through a third party, I can, you know, I can let the group know that it's on the up and up there, and we can. Be sure to allow talent to be scheduled. And that
We
kind of
want to
stuff.
get the public is turned against poor Theo, and we wanted to make sure that we at least got something semi-sympathetic out to the public.
Of
So
course.
we were going to do a tribute show in honor of poor Allegro, and possibly show some aspects of their relationships in more of a positive aspect.
All right. Normally, that is normally the kind of publicity stunt we'd be doing, but obviously we're trying to play it cool, stay back. But yeah,
I know some people
something
in the
could be
publicity.
arranged, I guess.
Okay, and wait, so I have to ask you an out-of-game question first.
Yeah.
I'm like 99% sure this is true, but just to clarify, QR is contracted under DUG, right?
Yes.
Or DWG?
Yeah.
Okay. I would also likely be talking to Miss Allegro. I know she would appreciate the opportunity
Miss
to get some publicity.
QR, not Miss Allegro.
Or QR. Sorry,
Yes.
I'm juggling names.
The artist formerly known as QR. Yeah. It's
Yes.
like, okay, well, if you wanna, that's it's your funeral.
All right. Oh, now this is little does he know this is my wheelhouse. As soon as I saw, as soon as I saw fixed public perception, I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I know what I'm doing.
I may have put court of public opinion on the list because I knew you would do that.
Yeah. I will say that Claymore.
Okay.
But
I mean, I guess the real question is, can you actually get Stone and Sons to carve you out like a 30-minute special on probably SNN? Because you did pitch it as kind of an interview, so that makes sense.
Oh no, yeah,
Kind
I'm
of thing.
probably going to be the one doing the interview.
Yeah, actually, no. If you're gonna go full mask off, you are Samuel Stone. I'm pretty sure you can arrange with your own PR company. It's just that, like, if things get wiggly, that's gonna be wiggly.
You just gotta know.
I'm not so much worried about. Here's the thing.
gotta-
I'm not worried about QR, but Theo is a professional actor, and I trust in his ability to not expose me on national television.
and also you trust in the ability of your siblings to make
Cut the
him
broadcast
vanish
if that
into
happens.
the national redwood forest if he fucks around and finds out.
That's true. I mean, I didn't get the vibe that he would do it on purpose. I'm not worried
No,
about
probably
that.
not.
It's probably more a stumbling thing you say by accident.
He does
Yeah, but
probably
not-
seem even in like the 6 to 8 hours it's been since A, you gave him the decaf coffee, and B, you have like actually put
Yeah.
like
Oh,
human
no,
beings
I've
who are
been with
interested
him
in
for
his
most of the time.
yeah. And
After
since you've
we
put-
kind of had our power break.
Yeah. And since you've put humans around him who have a vested interest in his safety, other than his lawyer, who was previously, in a very Ace Attorney memento, was fucking soloing this case prep in the conference room with a whiteboard and just big banker boxes of shit.
No, but
Shino
I'm
Roth is
definitely.
just like, oh, I have one of those no sleep implants. I could go 48 hours with nothing.
He will make Samuel will make a note of that. Maybe need to look into that. Adrenaline injection implant.
Yeah, I don't.
That's
we
a
haven't
great
actually
idea.
developed. BioWare should probably exist, but we haven't worked on that. If I work on some other stuff,
No.
there probably is some like implants that are good at like circadian regulation, so that you
But yeah,
need to sleep less and can go for longer without sleep without passing the fuck
I
out.
will definitely, as my official account, I will. Oh God, should I? My mother knows. My mother. I know my mom knows that. I know that she knows that I know that she knows, right?
Yes. I mean, at one point,
Okay.
previously she gave you a job, which is basically like, hey, so I have another fixer who's going to give you a job, but I'm telling you that I am behind this job because I know, and I want you to know that I know because you're going to do this job for me.
This will still be good with ratings, so it shouldn't. This shouldn't like be too off of what we would normally do.
I mean, it's certainly the. Well, also, I mean, the joke
this
that
is a
I made
public
into my
case.
fluff documents about SNN is that the implication is that your mother bought and built a news network just so she could, and has an excuse to play the news that she wants out there and gather intel.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah,
No,
no, it's.
I mean,
this is fine.
Yeah, I'm trying to like, am I overstepping bounds? But if I do it in an official capacity,
we've discussed this before. You talked about you're a mascot. Your official position is in marketing and press, right?
Yes.
Yeah, no, this is.
I'm the head of
I'm
the head of public relations I'm the head of public relations and basically, I don't want to say the fit. Like, oh God, what was that dude from Apple's name? Not the owner, but the dude who was always on every Apple press conference after Steve Jobs passed.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I basically like that. Like, I'm just a face.
Yeah. Not necessarily the face, because that's your mother. She's on all the
Well, no.
and stuff. But like,
also,
you do speaking.
Stones is billed as a family company,
Yes.
so that helps.
But
yeah.
I mean, I would say probably appearance-wise, most people would probably, when you announce this, because of your position as basically a corpo shill, they're going to expect this to be a softball. But that's not necessarily
bad. It mostly is going to be a softball.
Yeah.
It's going to be used to garner sympathy towards Theo and Allegro and QR, honestly. This is going to be a sympathy drive.
Sounds good.
And obviously, I'm approaching QR from a standpoint of, like, I am going to send her a note that, yeah, I'll say an associate of mine named Claymore had basically sent me her information and if she would be willing to talk about the situation. I'm going to have them at separate ends of the show as well, so that they would not be in contact with each other. Unless they engaged it.
They are probably not supposed to engage for legal reasons.
No.
But you never know. Drama.
Yeah, if that happens, that is going to be an organic thing. And judging from what I know, I don't think it'll be negative. Hopefully. I don't want to turn this into a Jerry Springer show.
Claymore will definitely, note on the relationship that he feel like they had. that things were probably a lot more cool between Theo and QR, but she thought that they were meant to be together and had a positive outlook toward Allegro. So they probably so Theo and QR are probably okay with each other.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it for appearance's sake more than anything.
I think the best way to do this is I feel like this is a act under pressure, race against the clock. You are trying to pull this together before the trial date. You only have you have time, but you only have so many days. So I would like you to roll cool to see how well you can pull this all together.
Okay. I assume I can use my forward from Famous as I'm doing this in full appearance.
I believe so.
I wanted to know, the thing I was going to focus on with Theo is, and I would talk this with him over with and only go over what he is comfortable revealing.
Right.
But I wanted to focus on ensuring the public that their relationship was more genuine than outward appearance may dictate with celebrity relationships.
Yeah.
Probably get some like cutesy photos or something that wasn't taken by some goober paparazzi.
Yes.
Like I'm pretty sure he has photos on his phone. Or something.
No, they'll have taken probably private photos, selfies, whatever's. There will be some social media stuff that might be like.
Probably reach out to Allegra's estate or family or whatever to make sure if they have any comments. Just organize that kind of a shebang.
It's going to be focused
under that
mainly
into
on
act under pressure. Can you keep
how sad? Yeah.
No.
Oh, thank goodness it didn't fail me. 10 on the dot.
All right, you do it, no problem. Your interview program is blocked in, scheduled. You have a lovely slate.
I probably had to borrow that note.
So do you wanna presumably lead with QR and end with Theo as like your big
probably
finish?
Yeah,
and some fluff in between.
I'll have them build equally. It'll probably be a tribute to, and I assume she had a real name, that her name wasn't just legally Allegro.
Yes, she probably has
I'll be like tribute to that. Probably have some interviews with, or not interviews, but more just like call-ins or stuff from family members or anyone that was actually close to her.
Play for last.
Yeah, grab some video messages. Get some stock footage and stuff.
No, definitely going CNN 60 Minutes on this of like.
All right, so you have worked that together in the downtime. So speaking of scummy paparazzis, Claymore, you're looking for grant access.
Mm-hmm.
Any particular way you are going about looking for grant access, or are you just gonna like go to every dive bar filled with medias and tell them to cough him up until you find him?
I'll do the latter.
Okay.
Claymore.
Alrighty. So, you probably find grant access. Checker pattern suit, misaligned tie, flat cap, huge bulky drone rig backpack.
Mm-hmm.
Probably chilling and sipping a crappy synthetic beer at 6:00 on a Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
They're just chilling at the bar. How would you like to introduce yourself?
With a fist.
Just a straight up closed fist?
Yeah, closed fist.
Okay. Mix it up. You are seizing control of them. Their face.
Boxcars, my dude.
Their voice.
Okay. You just lay this guy flat the fuck out. His beer glass doesn't even move. That is how parallel you make this man. He flops onto his face. I imagine you just grab him by the belt one-handed, throw him over your shoulder, tip your invisible hat, or your visible hat, I don't know, to the bartender, and go to the back alley.
I'll pay for his drink.
Okay, okay.
Omega, I just want to say this. I am fully imagining in this comic, TV show, whatever you want, this is intercut with me organizing that.
Yeah, I feel like this is a montage between several of the scenes we've had. Just lay him out, grab him, throw him over your shoulder, you go to the back alley, you throw him down in a pile of trash.
Then the knee, then the punch, then the...
Anything else you want to, you want to check his pockets or anything first?
Oh, yeah, no.
This guy is out.
Yeah, no, I'm rifling through all this shit.
Okay. He's got a shitty snub-nosed revolver in his back pocket.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I'm just gonna toss that in the garbage where it belongs.
Yeah. Throw it in the dumpster. Clang. He's wearing, a proper recording rig, for audio and video. And he has a drone control interface as well. It looks like he's got, like I said, he's got a portable drone rack backpack.
Mm-hmm. Check
Probably
his
separate
drone.
him from that.
The what?
Probably separate him from that.
Yeah,
That's
no.
what I said.
What kind of drone's on his backpack?
They are all probably more surveillance-y type. Let me actually look at our lovely little drone buildy list.
Mm-hmm.
The driver. Let's see. You got drones. Vehicles, drones. Yes. Okay. So he's probably got a couple of tiny drones.
Mm-hmm.
The insectile ones, which remember are small, fragile, stealthy, and then get a sensor system. So he's probably got like one for one that looks like it's got a one of them zoom lenses.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. The other looks like he's got a drone rigged for. Let's go with thermographic.
Oh, Omega, I would like to mark X for violence.
Oh, yeah, no, that's absolutely yes. You could have done it. You literally led with the punch. That could have been handled like 5 different ways, including threatening him. Like, you could have just slammed your machete or Bowie knife into the bar. But no, that was just deck him, grab him, and move on.
I know anything I did would work.
Yeah, so he, and then he's got, like I said, a small drone rotorcraft. That one is actually, they're also stealthy. But it's, it looks very fragile, very small.
Mm-hmm.
And that one actually has, the sensor it would have is analysis software. It looks like it's got a lot of traffic analysis algorithms.
Traffic analysis.
Yeah, not the usual kind of thing you see on a simple paparazzi drone cam. This actually has, like, the kind of shit that you use in, like, traffic grade systems to detect when there are traffic jams or, like, issues on footpaths and shit.
Why would he have something like this? Is he predicting car routes?
Could be.
All right, well, I knocked this guy the fuck out, so let's see here.
I mean, we could only have 3 witnesses.
We could. He's a scummy paparazzo. I can go, like, fucking, like, give him some... I can, like, give him some fucking concrete shoes and throw him in the bay. They won't find him for a little bit. But I want to know what data he got from that night. How long do you think it'll take before he wakes up?
With no impetus, you're probably looking at 15, 20 minutes. If you want to spice that up a little, do you have an EMT kit on you?
I do.
I mean, you could speed while I'm awake right the fuck now, or you could try, like, cold compress, a couple chrome slaps to the face, and be like, "Hey, wake up."
No, let's make this interesting. Let's go to some nice, secluded, dark place, and I'm gonna chain this man the fuck up.
Okay. All right. You go to a basement.
Sick.
You know lots of basements.
I do.
There is a single swinging light bulb.
All right, let's.
It might be a little bit more like zip ties and bed sheets than chains. But
it's fine.
You bind him up. It's fine.
I bind him up. I'll put something over his head so he doesn't immediately identify me.
You can black bag him, sure.
Yeah. Like I said,
I don't black bag job.
I don't know if like if he just got like immediate like. Well, actually, he's knocked out. Can I have like checked out his like eyes and ears to see if he has like cyber eyes or cyber ears?
Oh yeah, no. If you want to inventory, yes, he's got a neural interface with remote uplink, so he can drone drive.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, what's a good question? What kind of selections do reporters get on their cyberware? Because everybody gets cyberware.
Reporters get eyes, comms, ears.
Comms, or neural interface with data storage. Yeah, he's probably got that full suite. He's got eyes, ears, comms.
All right. Ooh, he might be able to call for help. It's fine.
Well, do you have any gear that has jamming?
Actually.
If you talked to Metatron before you left, he could lend you his jammer.
Hang on.
Yes, Metatron also has a pocket jammer.
Mm-hmm.
No, my cybercoms have jamming.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah, so you just turn yours on jamming.
Mm-hmm.
His tags are probably, like, just recording, because it's cheaper.
Mm-hmm. All right, but now, yeah, fuck it. Let's speedball him awake. I'll whip out my EMT kick. I'll what's good? Adrenaline? Adrenaline's good.
Yeah. I would like you to roll me act under pressure.
What is act under pressure?
Do not roll
Because
snake
you're
eyes.
trying
or
to
just
not make his
inject it
heart
in the heart.
explode. Cool.
Cool. That's fine. I got +2. Cool, and I rolled a 10, so 12.
All right, yeah, you do it. Speedball, and it's just like, oh, hey, what's going on? What's going on here? I'm great access.
Well, your access is about to be fucking denied if you don't start answering some goddamn questions. No, don't give me into your
like
fucking lip. And I'll slap him just for good measure. Not to knock him out, but pain.
Yeah, he probably starts to say, I never had that one before. Ah! You brute, you cretin. How dare you? How dare you interfere with the free press?
Yeah, the free press don't go around murdering,
State.
photographing murder scenes. Where's that data?
What murder scene? What data? You gotta be specific. I've covered wars, you know.
I'm gonna slap him again for that one.
Okay, but seriously, do you know how many hundreds of pictures I take every day? I'm taking pictures right now of the inside of this bag.
The Allegra Thurio murder.
Ah, that one. Okay, now, don't slap me again, but I can't help you there. The prosecution seized all of my stuff.
Oh, like, don't lie to me. I know your type. You always keep away the good stuff. You
All right, play hardball.
Huh?
Play hardball. Roll edge.
Oh, I will.
You've slapped him twice. The violence is already implied.
It means it'd be in discovery.
8 + 2, 10.
Okay. I have a backup. It's in my data storage. If you'll kindly remove this bag and plug into my personal uplink. I assume that one doesn't go anywhere.
It's like, I'm going to put Claymore's talons, I'm going to make it very audible that they're unclicking, and I'm just going to press them... The what?
Snicked.
Yep. And just press them against this man's heart. And I'm going to tell him, these bad boys right here are a set of the SSS Ryoshi Cyber owned Predator talent sets. Have you heard of them? Very, very sharp. Very, very clean. It's like they did ballistic tests with them, and they can go through several bodies at a single go. And those are right up against your rib cage. So if you're thinking of any fucking funny business, I will just see how quickly I can rip out your heart and see how long it takes for anyone to fucking find you down here. If you're fucking with me right now.
Okay. No, I do have it in my data storage. But I can also just send it to you. Well, we're jammed right now. Thanks for that, buddy. But if you just wiggles his neck, just put me into your phone or something. I'll spin you the deets.
I will do this.
Okay. So yeah, you get a big dump of image files to your phone, a direct transfer.
All right, cool.
Because he's got a neural interface.
I don't think you
Just
should
saying.
actually kill him.
I'm probably not
Okay,
going to kill
okay.
him. I slapped him
All
around
right,
a bit.
that's the photos.
I will scroll the photos to make sure I got actually what I wanted.
Yeah. No, it is incredibly gauche. There's shots of like Theo with blood-soaked hands, crying. Okay, maybe he's a little melodramatic. He does the fucking fall to his knees, scream at the ceiling. I guess you can't take the actor out of the scene.
Mhm.
But yeah,
How do you take them?
He had a super drone.
eyes, whatever.
Yeah.
The dude's loaded. I just told you if
No,
he
I'm
can
like-
have the tag recording on his cyberware, he has that.
No,
Technically,
like-
he's probably recording this conversation with Claymore, but
Mhm.
Claymore didn't introduce himself and he can't see shit. So.
Yep. So, yeah, no, like I said, there's a reason why I black bagged him.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. If I woke up and I had just woke up with blood on my hands with someone murdered, I probably would just fall into a grief-stricken coma as well.
But let's see. It's
there's some shots of security guards trying to lay their hands upon his camera, which is his eyes. So hands to his face kind of stuff. But yeah, it's there. Allegro dead on the bed, all that stuff.
On the bed?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, but we got a bunch of things. Maybe we can find something interesting. We'll parse it later. All right, it's all right, good. I'll remove the thing. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to ask Grant Access here? Well, I gotta I'm gonna hit pause on time and space right now. Let's see.
How did he find out where they were? That'd be the only thing.
He's paparazzi. I'm pretty sure they have fucking many ways to do it.
You could ask him just to confirm, but yeah, he's probably got other stuff.
Yeah, no.
Their subnet, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt there's anyone else showed up in the images.
Or it could be the tracking drone he has.
Actually, is there any missing time windows in the images?
That's something. Well, actually, he's hanging around not doing much. I can leave him. I can leave him for a minute, I guess. But yeah, no, I'll check to see if there's if there's any big time gaps in the photos real quick. But...
No, it looks like it's just a burst all at once.
So this is right after the murder happened?
Yeah, it's door, opening the door. I guess that's probably suspicious. He opened the door. Did that mean they didn't lock their hotel door? Weird. Maybe you want to double check with Theo about that.
Mm-hmm.
Because by the way, once again, I would like to reiterate, we're building our own here. I'm still not sure who did the what and the why.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have ideas that make sense with what questions you've asked so far, but I don't think we've locked anything in. So we'll keep adding to the mystery and figuring stuff out.
Grant.
But yeah, he jumps in through the door. He took the pictures, and then it probably goes on for maybe 5-ish minutes of stills he's strung out because he's taking pictures with his eyes. Something you might care about is this doesn't appear to be, because it would be his eyes with recording. Technically, he could have just scrolled raw video and audio there. This doesn't appear to be in the dump. Yeah, it's just 5 minutes before it seems like basically security realized there was a problem and maybe not laid him out the way you laid him out, but definitely covered his face and ears and pushed him out of the room, so he stopped recording.
Mm-hmm. All right, Grant, how'd you find the happy couple, and how the fuck did you get up into their room?
Well, would you believe a journalist has his secrets?
I know a journalist.
I never reveal my sources.
I know a journalist who keeps his secrets ends up a fucking dead journalist.
All right, jeez. You're worse than some North African rebels I know.
They wish they were as bad as me.
Yeah, I bet. Anyway, okay. All right, it's pretty simple. I've just for my own personal edification, I grant access. Hope that you did not damage my drones too badly. They are quite expensive and a little experimental. But one of them, my little Albatro, is great at tracking cars and analyzing traffic patterns.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a source subnet. Give me some data. That actually it was the pop star I was tracking, Miss Allegro. I got a word that she'd cut loose, skipped an appointment, had her hairstylist, gone on the DL. I analyzed all the data we had down at the bullpen on where she was going and managed to tag a car. And then I used one of my very advanced drones to start scoping out rooms, looking for RFID signatures. They had their sliding balcony open for just a second, and then I was able to countermand the privacy curtain. Unfortunately, that drone has been seized as police property. It's a terrible shame. But yeah, that just gave me a line where there was, and then I once I caught my perfect photo and uploaded it to the business network, I sprinted over right away. I had to pursue the story, don't you know? Just like you had to pursue the story of your fist to my face.
Mm-hmm. And in the pursuit
Like-
of this story, did you see anyone else like trying to leave this situation?
Leave? God, no. We were all heading towards it.
Interesting.
There's like 4 more paparazzos behind me trying to get a scoop on my story. Vultures, gremlins.
Mm-hmm.
He says this without any self-awareness.
Mm-hmm. All right.
There was maybe half a dozen of us by the time I got up there. Sprinted up. Security tried to stop me, but I gave him the old "what for?" You caught me by my guard down, but if you challenged me in the streets, I would have gotten you Marcus of Queensbury rules. He jerks his arms like he's trying to shadow box, but obviously cannot. He is tied to a chair.
This guy feels like he'd be a character in a Sherlock.
This guy is a fucking Herlock Sholmes. Only he's a sleazy sleazy paparazzi.
Yeah.
But
Not quite the same voice, but yeah,
yeah.
we're going places, doing things.
But that's like I see no like a man like you wouldn't go without video, like without live video and audio. Where's that?
I mean, come on, you gotta, you can't take everything off me, bruh. I gotta make a living.
I find the
No, I get it. Okay, all right, I walked into that one.
I was gonna make it.
I feel like Claymore doesn't even do anything. He just waits.
No, I know. There's just a beat, and then he's like, "Okay, nope, you're right. I walked into that one." Okay, all right. I'll shoot you the raw.
All right, I'll
Just plug it back in.
I'll plug back in.
All right,
Found it.
gives you the raw audio visual dump for that.
Can I just copy it and I'll give it back to him? Like, or just make a copy?
No, because he's running this off his internal database.
Oh, so
you were basically giving him a phone, probably a burner phone, as a storage unit, and he's just shooting you the files.
All right.
I sadly I don't think I can make my contact now just cyberpunk Italian Sherlock Holmes.
But all right, I think let's see here. The way that he's gonna prosecute, like, I don't think this guy can necessarily do any good or bad. He's just gonna be like, I wanted the story, and I saw this dude.
No, he's harmless.
No, I mean,
I wanted to bring up one thing.
What's up?
Just, didn't we deduce that it was like 30 minutes between the first photo and then the murder or something like that?
20 or 30 minute gap.
Well, the way I understand, like, if the way I'm understanding this is, he got that one photo from the fucking his special drone that got captured, and then he ran into the
which took him 20-30 minutes to get
yes,
there.
if Claymore wanted him to elaborate, he would explain that, like, he was probably, you know, on a roof somewhere or in an alley controlling his drone. He gets the picture, and then he just fucking hoofs it. He hustles it.
Yeah, and
takes
then
a while to get up there.
he has to fight through the security, get up the room, maybe fight off some paparazzi.
Yeah. Push through the other guys. Took the stairs, by the way. They
Yeah.
did not do the elevator, so
Yeah, that's why I
He had to
had
go 4
make
flights.
sure that
Yeah,
the
no, so
time
Yeah.
was consistent. So
yes. It's not. It seems like a long time to, like, you get a photo to go to a room, but he was on the ground somewhere in the area and
It's
just
the fourth
hauled ass
floor,
on foot.
and it wasn't
Okay.
easy.
all
He
right.
doesn't have cyber legs.
So, and I don't think, okay, so me personally, I can't think of anything else. And I'm about to knock this man back out again, so
Okay.
if anyone else has anything.
cold talking.
Let's see.
It's like, I'll message you, like, I'll be, stonily
Did you
signed
ask
up.
him? Did you
Nope.
ask him if the door was locked when he opened it?
I mean, he just, like, we can see the photos, he just fucking straight up opened it.
He also wasn't first on the scene.
He was first on the scene.
Yep. He is, actually. That's what he built.
Oh no, he was the
Yeah,
he
so
was
it's like
the
with
first
the door-
person
yeah,
on.
just-
Yes.
And that's why we gotta talk to Theo about, like, this guy who might have just, like, busted in the room post-murder. And, like, why that happened. Like, because if Theo says that the door was locked, but the door was unlocked when this guy came in.
Someone else came in.
Yeah.
Or slipped out.
Or slipped out.
That's true.
Or came in and out. They're
Honestly,
fucking about.
this is looking more and more professional.
I'm starting to think so as well.
I don't think it's the girl, unless she hired someone.
I'm more thinking someone got hired.
Well, if you want to turn that on her, you've got her build up with an interview show with you. So, you could take your
No, I
not a good
don't
time.
want. That's not a good. No, this is
Oh,
about.
no. I'm not
public
talking like
relations.
bust her wide open, but, like, you'll get a chance to, like, scanner yourself and see.
Like, you could ask her the questions about, hey, did you want them gone for any reason? You know. But, you know, just don't do it while recording.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm
That's
definitely...
what you do between...
no, that's what you do
time
after recording.
Yeah.
Like between when you're doing...
Honestly, I want to
you
first...
haven't hit-
I would do it after, because I want to assess how...
By the way, we have been
'cause-
going for almost 4 hours, and I am like developing a
Yeah.
hunger. I think we may actually have to like for once end in the legwork phase.
Oh boy.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, this is the
Because
problem.
you guys are being very thorough with your legwork, I want to say.
But if we got nothing else for grant access, Claymor's gonna go, all right, Mr. Access, I guess you get to live to pursue another story.
Then just, you know, behind him, thump him.
Thump.
Ugh.
Then I'm going to bundle him back up, take him back to his bar, throw him in the fucking trash.
All right.
May I make a request before we call it, I guess?
Well, yeah, no, I wanted to double check and kind of like make sure we know what we're doing for next time. So there's only one well, there's 2 people on the witness list you haven't buzzed yet. That's Jacqueline and Blake, and I don't know if you guys want to bother or not.
I don't.
You have your own
really.
opinions about there, and you have not tried to talk to Orion Mezzanine, the Mez, at all.
I want to look up Jacqueline Blake. I don't necessarily want to talk to her.
I think
Okay,
that's something we can
so
probably
we can
do.
work on
next.
that one next time.
I wanted to clear a contact to at least maybe get someone to like look into.
Yes.
So like I have a name to work for it.
Do you know what the narrative I want to push? I want to push that fucking NUP basically told fucking the manager that, you know, they give him a really sweet gig if they somehow, you know, trashed DWGs.
Okay.
It's like we'll give you like a nice producer role if you do this and just give us
Yeah,
a name date.
that's very cyberpunk. Hey, we'll extradite you to a different fucking country because remember, New York City is in a different country now.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, because that, like, from what, like, just from like process of elimination, I'm trying to think of who would have the best motive for this. I'm thinking it's the fucking manager.
Yeah, and he
Yeah,
hired
it's
a
the-
hitman for it. Yeah.
Like
It's
the
the manager or
the
someone
NPC
we had.
you guys didn't talk to and get attached to is the one who. No, it's fine. I literally in his description talked about how he's a career manager and agent and an absolute like over the top melodramatic.
Yeah.
You
So no, like that's the narrative I want to
Money
push,
bag.
and
I
I'm
still
willing.
think.
Yeah.
I'm willing to fake evidence for that.
That's
But
fair.
Speaking
I
of
put a
which,
name out, yeah.
the evidence. Yes, you want to declare your contact. What is their name?
I need to figure out how to say the last name, but it's like what came to me was near Forlene.
Okay. Nero Forlene. Is this Italian?
I think so.
That would probably then be Forline.
Forlene. It is
You
basically
enunciate all the syllables.
a independent, or at least I guess a country hopping basically PI who
Okay.
likes to basically test a bunch of very different experimental cyberware to be a one-man CSI group.
Sure. That works. You guys don't have a hunter in your team, so you know one basically.
Yeah.
Private investigator.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll jot that down as Odin. All right, and you've declared your contact, and now you're going to ask your contact for help. So roll style to hit the street.
I know a person to get rid of someone, and know someone to help find someone now. All right. Right. That is style.
Dice tinkle.
That's an 8.
Okay,
I
so
got a
I
one.
believe that is pick
You pick 2
from the list.
of bad stuff.
So it costs you extra, take some time, unwanted attention or complicated, or contact needs your help.
I'm fine with cost, and I'm fine with.
You want a
Actually,
suggestion?
I could do time, but I feel like it doesn't work
Yeah.
because he just needs to be there.
You got two.
I mean, time makes.
Well, I mean, no, it's not because you want forensic analysis, right? Is what we're
Yeah.
going for. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's rush jobs and then there's not rush jobs.
Should honestly it's probably time then. It'd be like
Okay. Well, you got two, so time and
help, I guess, because I don't know if he wants money for it or not. Might be actually.
I mean, you could say cost extra. What do you want?
Cost extra fine.
All these are valid.
running
All right, so cost extra.
February.
So and that. So let me double check for sure on the book about the cred assets. Okay, 1 cred gets you useful information from a contact. So
Probably pay him the one, I guess.
this will cost you extra, so that'll be 2 cred.
I can do that.
So yeah, scratch off 2 cred, and basically he says, "Oh, I had to stop myself from being outrageously Italian, but I do not think I want to. It'll take me a couple of days to do the forensic analysis. Mamma mia, pizzeria. Also, yes, this will be a bit costly. It will cost you the moolah, the money, the dinero."
Okay. I read the image. The guy has like one of those things where he can change his voice, so it's easier for him to get into places. So he probably has like something in his vocal cords.
Cyber voice box.
Yeah, so he could probably change his voice if he wanted to. So he's doing this to probably bother me about it. Oh no.
But you made him Italian.
I forgot you only had one Italian voice.
I think that is only one Italian voice. You speak in an Italian accent. And unfortunately for me to do that, I have to say Mamma mia, pizzeria. It's me, Mario. I am not an actor.
Sorry, my go-to Italian tip is Ezio. It's good to see you.
That's another good one.
That's a good one, yeah. But
I mean, if you want me to be Sicilian, I could be down here, and I could tell you that, I knew it was you. I knew it was you, Fredo. I always knew it was you.
I probably should have made something British just so you could have just done the Sherlock Holmes voice.
Yes, hello.
I like that.
Straight now.
What is stuff now?
That's a work voice.
Oh no! Oh, you said
shit.
Anyway, all right, yes.
Yeah.
So that'll take him a while to do that, but you're gonna get the
before the trial
forensic deets on the thing. Yeah, it'll be before the trial, but I think that positions us again as we roll into 3 hours 50 minutes. That probably positions us in a good stop-off point. We are technically still doing legwork because we got you guys got a couple of stuff to punch out there.
I still have two more legwork things to do.
Did we decide about the strategy of the defense that we were going to do that it was the manager then? Or
well, no, I think that's going to be when we convene after getting all this information and go over because
I think you guys do. I would like a scene where you guys actually
because I'm not going to just
not done all this legwork is actually sit down together since we started. So
I would agree with the veteran. I would say someone was hired to kill them. So.
Yeah, but you guys probably need to actually sit down together with Roth and be like, okay, here's the evidence we've got. Here's what we've talked to people about. Here's the strategy we can play.
Because the two things on.
Oh, sorry. Because like I said, we got the fucking. We got more evidence that we have to decide if we're actually going to submit it or not. We got to figure out if how we're going to handle the rest of the witnesses, and we want to decide if we got to actually fake some evidence,
Yeah, we might be able to put the trial and
or eliminate some stuff or people.
Yeah.
I mean, I am actually kind of into the idea of having fucking Wolf go down to the fucking the prosecution office and just brick their servers so they lose all their fucking data on their fucking prosecution.
That is what Wolf
I
does.
can see that with so many more consequences.
Yeah, that would work so much.
No, I mean, that depends on how fucky-uppy we get.
Yep.
This is technically what he is good at.
Yep.
Also, there's the two things I have on my list is...
Piss off Karasu Consulting. I get to add a new threat.
Fun. The two things that... I'm kind of fine with
that. They get to tell you, you're going to sleep with the crows. Pew, pew, pew. Silence gunshots.
Yeah. No, the two things I gotta do is first on my list is I gotta do the interview.
Yep, that's still in there.
And then second on my list is, and I want to do the second specifically because I still want him a broken emotional mess for the interview. But second is get Theo's groove back and prep him for trial.
Okay, yeah. That would probably be a...
But I want him to be an emotional broken man for the interview because that's better television.
I mean, I think Wolf will help you a little bit with Theo, even just helping him meditate or something like that.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Teach him some Neo Shinto.
Of course.
No, yeah. I'm definitely going to because I have taken it a liking. He is, for a celebrity, he is surprisingly innocent.
I mean, he's a soft boy rom-com star. He's just kind of an awkward dork.
Yeah, but you never know how those people are behind.
Well, I mean, true, yes, but
behind closed doors.
I am playing him as he's just an awkward dork.
Yeah, no.
Again, we could have gone for like the deeper conspiracy, but like you guys really wanted to root that one out right away, so.
Well, it's just that one just depends on how we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
That because I agree with Lucky.
I mean,
that was
I don't
like
know.
the most important thing.
I genuinely don't know if he had been like if he did the fucking if we just skipped to the end of A Few Good Men and he was just like, you're goddamn right I did it. Like, does Claymore just walk him out the balcony right then?
No, I slap him again. I probably knock him the fuck out, and it's like, all right, this guy's a shitbag. That means
all rules are off.
Well, no, it means like
No, we have to do the job.
Yeah, we
It's
got to
just
do the
a different job.
Yeah, no, then it's just like, all right, I just got to go burn some things to the fucking ground.
And the job was just seeing he was declared innocent. I mean, if we then knew he was guilty, we could deal with him afterwards.
Right.
Yeah.
Would be that
yeah,
whole,
like, I still felt like it was like when the question was so direct, it was like, well, there's no twist if I just say it's him. While this session has been a little weird, it's been full bodied. We are still going full steam at like 4 hours. I just was like, oh man, I'm hungry. Let me look at the clock. Oh, it's been like 3 and a quarter.
No, it's been a good one.
Yeah.
It's very different.
Yeah, so like I think this has been a good feel to kind of like.
I wish I was better about
choose your own
getting information about stuff, but it's like.
I mean, when I'm literally yelling in a chat if anyone's gonna do something and no one says anything, I don't know who to blame, but you guys.
and I pitched it a little, but I'm not gonna. I ask you what you do. I don't tell you what you do.
I wasn't looking. I was thinking.
The only style guy, I believe, the only style specialist is May.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Squirrel.
I should probably
change
that.
Style in his car.
I should also probably change that point. Get a thing in style. At least have a point. Honestly.
I have a -1 in style.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You okay
Squirrel
if
is not a social person.
You okay if I move that advance now? I guess.
Well, we're at the end of the session. Yeah, if you're still consistent, if you think you would like.
Because I didn't really roll any cool today, so.
The style aspect.
I mean,
you might roll more cool tomorrow.
Cool is more about like, because like cool is my bad stat or one of my 2 bad stats.
Yeah.
It's the stay alive stat too, honestly.
Yeah, it's spoiler. The other bad stat I have is meat.
Yes.
Actually, I'll keep it in cool because I think I probably want the stay alive.
Yeah, no, I don't really see a point to your character because most of the way the soldier seems to socially interact is much more based around edge.
It's hardball.
Yeah,
it's
you
much
make
more
hard
based around
deals
edge
and
and
hard
cool.
arguments.
Yeah.
Which is I'm not
like
good at.
you're not quite as direct or simple with your violence as Claymore is, but you are still the soldier, and it's just like, hey, buddy, if you don't tell me what I'm gonna know, I'm gonna have to kill you.
It's like I have a friend here that's good at killing people, and he'll do it easily. So you just tell me right now, and you don't have to deal with that.
But okay, all right. Yeah. So I think we've got our good game plan for next time. I'm glad you guys all had fun. I had a lot of fun as well. Just I really like this brawl. That's why I've written 5 billion words on it. So,
it's a fun system.
Yeah.
Actually, I should probably.
That's why I've read every.
Actually, I should totally do the. I should get the driver for my last advance. Oh, next advance. I should probably just get the Let's be fast talk using cool instead. That actually works better, actually.
Okay, sure, fine. I thought you were gonna get custom. Anyway, I'm gonna end the thing before Axe decides the ninth thing to do with his advance.
Nah, I'm done.
But yes, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, everybody. We'll see you guys next time for the courthouse job.
Yay!
Yay!
And I gotta think of what the heck to call this one.